Alrighty, we are back in Sevtech Ages. Now, the last time we'd spent a whole bunch of time getting our basement set up, getting our metal press, and I believe also our coal coke furnace, getting that upgraded and getting that metal press set down. We've got the basement space, and it took a lot of time to get it set up, but we do finally have it. Unfortunately, we were a few blocks short of managing to set down our brand new arc reactor in it. Our arc furnace, not arc reactor. Arc reactor maybe comes later. Some types of reactor definitely come later. We have the carbonite one at the very least. But with the arc furnace, we'll be able to smelt steel. We're going to be able to turn iron into steel, I believe, at a much quicker rate. Unfortunately, to do that, we do need to get some intermittent steps done first. So, see if I can find that. It's probably going to be in this engineer's manual, I believe. There it is. We are missing 27 reinforced blast brick. So we already made the blast brick for our furnace, and we actually reinforced that to make our kiln. I'm wondering, actually, now, if it is worthwhile to take this this blast furnace that we've been using for our iron and actually just convert it wholesale into that arc furnace. I assume that the arc furnace does everything that the blast furnace does, but better, because the blast furnace really only has one thing to do, which is make steel, and this does make steel by itself as well. So I think I will actually tear this down. We did upgrade it. We'd set it up so that it would get a preheater attached to the side of it, but all things considered, I think we're probably safe to turn this straight into the arc furnace so we can get a bit more use out of it. I'm also going to move this right alongside here, I think, because I'm thinking I'm going to put the arc furnace up here, and then we'll start moving the other industrial items down here, because this is going to be a big machine. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so 5 by 5, which will fit up here, but it'll take up a lot of space if we just want to make that wholesale downstairs. So I think I'm going to start tearing this down too. We'll take all of this stuff out and set it up a little bit over, which unfortunately means moving these tanks, but we're not really using creosote oil all that much at the moment, so it's probably not all that bad. We'll start off by replacing the furnace down. I'm going to situate it right up against here. Well, no, I'll leave a space between. We do need to pull it one out, so we have to have these blocks there, and then the steel, I believe sheet metal, goes behind it. There is that. Grab that steel sheet metal and, if we can reach it, set it up back here. And I believe it's just another hopper on the top, right? Let's see if this sets up with our engineer's hammer. Yep, perfect. So that now moved over. I'll actually put the preheater on this side instead. Oops. Can I? Perhaps? This is the coke oven preheater. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so this will necessitate setting up another relay. But I was planning on wiring up this whole area anyway. We've got it about 6 up there. And that should be fine to do. We'll also drop off this extra hopper because I don't think we'll need it for the arc furnace. Nor will we need this blast furnace preheater now that I think about it. With this all set up, though, we'll replace the tank that collects the creosote oil. And hook up the connectors. Or the connector, I suppose, because there's only the one. I think this should have enough line of sight. Yeah, we should be good. If we walk right up to the kiln, we'll get electrocuted by it, but otherwise I think we should be good. And I think this should all function. I'll throw some more coal in there. Hold on. Hold on here a second. Do I even still need that anymore if I use the arc furnace? I may not. I may not actually. So let's take a look. Coke dust to melting iron in order to create steel. Coke dust. Okay, so I guess I do still need to make coal coke. I was concerned because at present the only use for coke that we have is to make it make the blast furnace run. And if the arc furnace didn't have anything like that, we wouldn't actually need it. But it does look like we need coke involved in the process of making steel no matter what, even if the arc furnace is, just does it all through electricity. So let's start getting set up with that blast furnace. And we'll situate it right here. We just need a 5x5 with one block on either side. It'll be close. It'll be tight. So we'll start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's going to come way out here. But it will just barely fit. So we'll get out all of our blocks that we've been collecting to make this. We've got the reinforced blast brick. Probably need those blocks of steel. Steel scaffolding as well. I did, unfortunately, sort this out, so I can't quite recall what was involved in building this. Let's go check the recipe out. I'm missing a cauldron and steel sheet metal slabs. Uh-oh. Where are... Ah, there they are. Steel sheet metal slabs and our cauldron right there at the top. So let's get to assembling this. It looks like there's scaffolding, I think that is, and then slabs along with the cauldron at the front row. Let's see. Yeah, let's just get that first layer. Take the scaffolding. We'll double check the spacing. Let's see. Go from the corner of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That leaves a space in between both of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that goes there. That'll start the process. No. That much and then a cauldron. Right? There we go. Yes, that looks like it is the case. And it looks like a heavy machinery block in the back. The rest of this is either steel sheet metal slabs. I think that's the same across that whole row. And just about to the edges, it looks like there is blocks of steel on the left and right sides. And like so. Wish it would stay on that one page. And then the full blocks of steel sheet metal all around the back here, barring that one location where there is the heavy engineering block. Or no, that's light engineering block. Heavy or light? I think that is heavy, actually. There it is. Yeah, that looks much more similar. Now, if you pull up the second layer, we've got a bit of open space. It looks like the redstone engineering block goes up on the front here. The blast bricks start coming in, which is good to know. We get more blocks of steel on top of the previous blocks that we can at least get set down. And it looks like heavy around the outside edges and light in the back for those engineering blocks. like so. And then I guess that's all of our heavy engineering blocks well and placed. We'll go and stick the reinforced blast brick there. And that should be that second level there made. Perfect. So this one extends out a little more by 2? Yeah, by 2. So we're actually going to get more of the reinforced blast brick. Stick that out here. Our last bit of steel blocks still goes in, straight on top of the other ones. And we actually get a space here, and we have steel scaffolding, I want to say. Or no, steel sheet metal, that's the one. And more of these light engineering blocks at the back. I think, is that the final level? No, I think there's a few more. 2 rows? No, 3. 3 by 3 of the rest of the blast brick, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's all of it. Oops. There's that. And just scaffolding and some machinery blocks there at the back. Yeah, and that's that whole level. And the only thing we've got at the top, right? That's the only thing on that level? It sure looks like it. The only thing we have at the top is more scaffolding blocks and more light engineering blocks. Scaffolding blocks there, and light engineering blocks like so. That looks to be it. So let's just play it all the way through. That looks pretty much like what I did there. Same deal there. 1, 2, 3 rows. Yep, perfect. Yeah, I think that's good. So I think that should be everything set up. We have to click on the cauldron with the engineer's hammer to go and get this properly set up, apparently. Yeah, look at that. So that is a big foundry. That is a absolutely massive foundry. I'm glad I left room in the back here, because it does look like there are several modules that'll go back here, including what looks like power. Yeah, it looks like there's going to be, power back there. I may actually end up insulating these wires. I didn't think it would be that big a problem before, but we are starting to run into that. So insulated low voltage wire, this stuff. Takes the hemp cloth, which does require a little bit to make. Yeah, that requires the industrial hemp fiber, which is pretty easily attainable, but we do have to use 9 of them for every single one that we make. Luckily, it does make this hemp cloth, which means we don't need to turn it into... What was that other crafting recipe? This stuff, the tough fabric. Though actually it looks like tough fabric is a little cheaper because it uses a stick in the center. So maybe we'll do that. But I wasn't thinking that was going to be a big problem. Apparently it's starting to become that because we are running into it fairly regularly. Do we have any just left sitting around? I don't think so. Yeah, I don't see any in there. We've got the hemp fibers in there. Maybe they would be up here? No, it doesn't look like they are. Okay, so we'll go grind up some more hemp. If we have some of these, I'd rather just take it from here. Yes, we do. We'll go take another 3 stacks of it and run it through the mill. Let that go and sort itself out. With our very, very silent workshop in here. Did we have any go in before? No. We'll go and let that sort it out, and we'll turn these current ones into some more sales of fabric. We'll see how much this uses up of these sticks. Don't think it should use up too much. Probably just, what, 20, 16? 16? Yeah. So with that all turned into tough fabric, we'll have a few sticks left over. We should probably take a bit and turn it into sticks, though. We'll add that to our horse chopping to-do list. We'll put these extra engineering blocks back, or the steel sheet metal and scaffolding and all that stuff. Put all of that back. Let's start taking... Let's see, how can we grab that? Maybe with the engineer's hammer? Ah, shoot. I know that there's a particular way you can get those wires off. Reading through the book here. Sneak while using the hammer. No, that's configuring the side. Configuring the sides to be inputs and outputs. Do we not have... Ah, there we go. Wire cutters. That makes sense. So we can go grab our wire cutters out of this crate here where they've been used. Go and chop off this stuff. We'll go and turn them all into insulated wire. I think they should be part of the process, yeah. And I suppose we may as well do that on the outside. Oh, but it is dark. So let's sleep the night away. And then in the morning, we'll go up on the rooftop there, and we will try to take off all the wire up there. Though maybe that's not as smart as I'm thinking it is. No, I suppose it's fine. So we'll just leave those going for now. We've got 8 low voltage wire. We've got our tough fabric. We won't be able to make as much as I was hoping for. I'm hoping we can go for at least the stacks that we've got here. Yeah, it looks like we will be able to. Oh, and we actually got an achievement for that. Perfect. But now we have this insulated wire, which means every time that we run into it, it will no longer shock us, which is going to be very, very nice. And to test that, we will, of course, hang it up top first so we actually have the energy, the electricity going through it. So, yeah, as you can see, walking through it, nothing else is happening. So we're totally good there. It is white, so it's a little more difficult to see, but since it doesn't really have that issue of electrocuting whatever it sees, should be pretty much good. And we'll just rewire the workshop while we're here with this new stuff. And we've got 1 spare and a little bit of tough fabric left over as well. So we'll throw that in here. Now we can go... Right, figure out the inputs and outputs for the arc furnace here. Because we do have to deal with that. Energy is input through 3 connectors at the back. Supplying the control panel at the front with a redstone signal will turn off the machine. So we can put a lever on the front of that, I think. I assume that that is that sort of red panel right here. Yeah, this one. So I assume that turning this on or off, just sticking like a lever or something on the side, or maybe even on the face, we'll be able to turn that on and off as needed. Probably if it's sapping too much energy, because it does. I think it does say that this takes a lot of power. Maybe it didn't say how much power it needed. Perhaps not. I assume that this will take a lot of power, just based on the size and the complexity of the machine. And we've only got that one windmill. We were already running to electricity troubles, I believe, with it. So we'll probably set up a water wheel or a set of them outside by the shore, just to make sure that everything is still working fine there. So, 3 slots at the top. This is the interface. 3 slots at the top for 4 graphite electrodes. 12 slots on the left are the input slots for metals and ore. Each slot has a temperature bar. Okay, so same as the furnace array that we've got set up here with that bar. 4 slots to the right are for additives. In this particular manufacturer, coal dust is going to be needed to melt iron. Oh no, coke dust is going to be needed to melt iron. That's why we needed the coke oven to still stay up. And that'll turn it into steel. Inserts and additives are inserted through 2 hatches at the top of the structure, inputs to the left and additives to the right of the electrodes. So where are those electrodes? I assume these are the electrodes. This must be the input hatch for proper inputs. And this is the input hatch for the additives. So we may actually need to get some pipes or something set up there. I mean, we can always manually insert it, but we could possibly do that. Is this charging up? Yes, it is. Oh yeah, that's where I saw the power draw requirement. Well, not requirements, but at least storage capacity. 64,000 IF, which is a little over half of what this single capacitor can store. Yeah, look at that. 100,000. And this is 64,000. So a little bit over half. Now, let's keep our coal going in there. We've got plenty of coal, so we shouldn't need to worry about that running out anytime soon. Yeah, I don't mind taking out 2 stacks right there. Totally fine. Keep this turning into that that coal coke. I really have no idea whether this is off or on. Do I have a lever sitting around anywhere? I feel like I made one just casually. Maybe I've got it in the chest back in the house. Yes, there it is. So let me take a look here. See if I've got to put power on this. No. No, not at all. Okay. Can I find the preheater? There should be something in here about it, surely. Processing. I remember something was in here that I did not think would be here. Maybe it wasn't. "32 flux per tick to operate." I feel like I should see the fans turning in some way, though. Let's try moving it from that spot to this one. Power is going down. Okay, so I guess it's just powered casually. It doesn't really need that whole process to be the whole redstone application to be on, but this one most definitely will. I think I'll put this on the side if we can. I guess we can only put it on the front. I've got no idea if that's doing anything. We'll have that for later, though. We can still access the control panel. That should be fine. Now, these are the electrodes. These are the additives. This is where the smelting actually occurs, and this is probably the outputs, I'd assume. How are we going to do this? Do we have any iron to be smelted? Got this stuff. Think we had some iron smelted out. see, how much is in here? A single stack and not a whole bunch more. This has 4 stacks. Right, and these are all not irons that look very similar. Yeah, is there any distinguish between platinum here and that iron down at the bottom? It's very slim, very faint, if there is. I think it's just the outline. It looks a little bit more defined. Remember to hook up the crusher. I think that's why you have a spare. Have a spare what now? I think I should be good. This is all powered up and stuff. The arc furnace is all good. I don't have a crusher yet. That was going to be the next project we start on. Oh, you mean the metal? Yes, you're right. You are talking about the metal press that is currently not hooked up. Thank you very much for reminding me. We do unfortunately have to make more wire for it. That should be simple enough. I think we just take this. We may as well do a bulk order, I suppose. Just do 16 of it, I suppose. Take the wire cutters and then put these in together? No. Okay. What is the actual one? Ah, right, copper plates. Okay, in that case, I will take this now and just hook this up first so we can make more wire easily. I think that hookup is probably the easiest for that. And we'll go set up the line. I do wish it would output here. Oh, and I suppose we also need to change out the mold plate. It's back to actual plates. I do wish it would output only at the speed this conveyor belt is using. I'm wondering if there's a better way to do that. So, extracting conveyor belt. Maybe this is what we need here. Because I assume that the function of this, which we'll go and check in the book, it might not be explicit about it. I assume that that would be to grab out of a chest for when the conveyor is ready for it. Problem that I'm running into, unfortunately, is that I can't find any new workbench. No, that's not it. I can't find where the workbench is, or the these conveyor belts are. I'm just going to assume that that's the way that functions, and we'll turn this around. Go and slap that way, and that way we can put a chest here and the extracting conveyor belt there. So we need a strip curtain for that, apparently, an iron mechanical component, a conveyor belt, and treated wooden planks. And this is just any type of metal rod, it looks like, aluminum, steel, or iron, along with the hemp cloth or tough fabric, which we should have, I think, in here or in our inventory. I do believe we had some leftover tough fabric somewhere. Yeah, it doesn't look like it's in here. Must be back at home. Oh, and another day's gone and passed. And actually, before I go to bed, I'm actually going to keep reading our pigs here. We need to get that bacon started soon. Bacon production for our pizza. Now we're starting to get to industrial levels of cramped in this pig farm, which is to say inhumane, but I think that is good because it means we can cull them all the sooner. Oh, let's dump these back in there. Did we have... Yes, we had exactly enough. 6 tough fabric. We just need those tool rods, which we can make in the press, actually. Can't be inhumane if they're pigs. They're not humans. Yes, exactly. Perfect. I'm glad that somebody understands. making pizza at the same time as making an arc furnace. You know, sometimes when you're doing engineering homework and you're building your machines, you just want a slice of pizza. So always a good thing to have. It'll keep the brain juices going. But what I do need to make is I'll probably need to make more steel plates. Let's go check with our mechanics bench. Metal press molds, that'll be the one. And we need these rods. So that'll still be 5 steel plates, and then the wire cutters. Wire cutters are involved in all of that. So we'll need to hammer out these steel plates again, which we need 5 of. And we'll just set this out like that. Whoa, hold up. Oh, I see. That's the engineer's hammer, not the mallet. Ah, Christ. It always does that. It always scares the absolute bejesus out of me. Ah, let me get my heart rate back under control. We do have excess iron there from, I guess, when we were doing our iron stuff. You put them through the press. Oh, you're totally right. We could put these through the press. Why are we still using the anvil at all? We have no reason to use the anvil anymore. You know what? Forget it. I'm not even going to make a new anvil. I'm going to let that anvil sit there and not be used. I'm going to use the steel press for everything, or the metal press for everything else now. Goodbye, friendship with the anvil. Hello, friendship with metal press. That's the metal press, right? Okay, I think it is. Yeah, so it kind of loads them on as there's room on the belt. I think it is 1 per block. Or thereabouts. And then it actually loads them up. But we've got the lovely metal press sent. We've got our rod mold made. And let's go switch that out and throw, I guess, this iron that we just picked up, since it doesn't really matter, onto the belt. And I think we needed... Ooh, oops. That's not what we needed. I wonder if we can convert these back into into those again. Whoops, not, nope, not what I need. Can we throw 2 of these? Nope, we just have the iron rods. I swear we needed iron rods for something. Oh, the strip curtain, right. So I was right, I was just looking at the wrong component when I took a quick gander at it. Now we'll switch that out. We'll start working on this iron mechanical component, because that'll be 4 iron plates. 3, and that'll make 4. Stick that rod in there. Oops, did we pick it up again? Yes, I think we did. I heard the sound go off. And we've actually got copper in here. Perfect. So we'll just go craft that up. We might want to make another workbench and start over on that side. Just so we don't have to run back and forth. If we do that, and we get an iron mechanical component. Wherever it went. We already had one. Oh, joy for us. We've been forgetting about all of the ones we already have. Dang. Anyway, with that made, we just need to get to the strip curtain, which is those rods across the top, and the fabric that we have remaining over there. And I actually got 3 for that, so that's perfect. We only need, 1. We'll stick the extra iron in there, same with the iron rod. Right now we'll keep the copper in there, sure. And we are set. We've got this, we got that, we got the conveyor belt, we have treated plank in here. At least 1, yeah, there we go, we got plenty. And now we can go throw these all together. Strip curtain at the top, and that. So if I'm understanding how this was working, how this will work, put that there and put this into it? No, we need to put that the other way. So that should pull out of there. How will we test it? Well, what do we need next? We've got that arc furnace all finished. Oh, the copper. We wanted to make wire. Do we ever make a wire plate, though? Packing, rod, plate. No. So we still need that wire press, which takes 5 steel plates. Pretty simple. Simple enough, at least. We are running dangerously low on that, though. But I want to see if this machine works. Nope, that is still outputting at a faster... So... How do I fix this here? I've got my magnetic on, which I didn't think was a negative thing until just now, when it started pulling all this stuff. Do I need a tick? I really don't know. Upgrade detection? Maybe that's what I need? That way it will detect... Wait, this looks like it's an entirely different mod. Hold up. Industrial foregoing. Yeah, no, this looks like it's based on an entirely different mod. Maybe I'll make these chutes instead. The issue is that this engineer's manual is kind of skint on details about how this works. I haven't been able to even find the conveyor belts in it. Thought it would be in construction, but it's evidently not. It's not an overview, nor any of that. Not in tools, though I didn't really expect it to be. Item router, maybe? No, this looks like something else. Top of simple machines. Oh, duh. I've been skipping completely over that. Okay. Oh, should the belt lead into an inventory, the item will be inserted. So we don't need this at all. That's what I'm hearing. You just slap that there and have it do its thing. Cool. Well, that frees up a Whopper at the very least for me to use in some other thing, whatever that thing happens to be. I'm sad that this doesn't take from the crate chest inventory near it, like the Tinker's Table does. It's a little unfortunate, but c'est la vie. We'll go and get the metal wire press installed. Parfait. And get some wire cut up here. Ah. That one. We wanted 16. And we'll just yuck it on there. No, it still followed me. Kobe? Nope. Yeah, this is not working. I clearly need to figure this out. So let's go throw these all in and run away very quickly. I think we're safe. Yeah, they're all piling up there. Let's go read through this while that goes and processes. Whether they're strong enough to move living creatures like cows or sheep, the true strength lies in transporting items. Throwing items atop them will have the items move along the belt. Should the belt lead into an inventory, the item will be inserted. Oh, apparently we can rotate the belt with the hammers as well as make them move up or down. So presumably if you had like a slope or something. You can evidently dye the walls, probably for orienting it. Dropping conveyor belt. Simply a conveyor with a hatch in the middle allow it to drop items that pass over it downwards. Okay, so that's if you need a dropping mechanism for some reason instead of just kind of having the belt end somewhere, maybe? Just to make it neat, perhaps. use a wire cutter to adjust its tick rate. So let's go grab that. Let's see what it is at now. 16 ticks, 20 ticks, 4 ticks. Okay, so let's go for 20, since that seems the max. I suppose let's make more wire or something. Well, we don't really need more wire. We'll save that for when we need it, but we now have it set to max, so hopefully this will output at the same rate that this flows. Maybe there are faster conveyor belts that we don't know about. And I am running out of sticks, but luckily these still possess the old crafting recipe for how sticks are made, so I've still got them. Perfect. We've got those coils. Okay, so LV coils. I think I want to make more of those curtains. It's another day gone, too. Let's see how many of these we lost. Still going. Amazingly, I don't think we lost all that much, if any. Usually we have some that just disappear for some reason. But that is not the case today. We'll go grab those sticks that we were chopping. Hopefully our horse interns are done with them. Yes, they are. Perfect. And we'll go and wrap all of this. Well, most of this. I think we'll do just 2 for now, I suppose. Turn that into tough fabric. Sticks go back in. This goes back up. And I made too few. Wait, how does that work? In a 5 pattern. Yeah, so we'll grab as many as we can of this stuff. So we'll need to make more of that. That's okay. That'll be a task for tomorrow. We'll eat a bit of melon pie and then go to bed. Now, let's go grab some more of this insulated wire. Where... Is that really all we had? I didn't think we used that much. Okay, well, we'll grab 2 full stacks. Oh, no. We want the slightly better version. One that uses less resources. Which involves sticks in the center here. That still probably won't be enough. Wow, I really didn't expect this to be the restraining point for our crafting recipes. It is very much looking like it's going to be the case. We should still have more going in the mill, though. Is that all finished? No, you're still going. Still trucking along. And I do want to keep leaving just a little bit of hemp fiber in there, so I'm only going to take the full stacks out. Maybe this will be enough. We need those sticks again. Maybe this will be enough to satisfy the needs. I think it actually might. I think it might be just enough. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Okay, so we've got all that insulated wire coil. And we've still got a few more hemp going and making itself up. We'll stick those in there for now. I will go back to breed our pigs. Can't stop thinking about pizza. We'll go breed our pigs. We'll go farm up some more hemp fiber. Maybe some more carrots at this point. See if these are breedable again. They should have been. They were bred 2 days ago, Minecraft's time? Yeah, breedable. Oh, and this one escaped. What's the shame? What the? Oh, okay. We've got Spider Pig here. I'm just gonna knock you in there. There you go. I really do wish there was an auto feeder. I think what's happening though is that the piglets can actually escape out the sides. The baby pigs can actually escape through these gaps because we kind of mixed stone and wood fencing here. So maybe, I think I should have some leftover stone somewhere. Maybe securing that a little better will stop our escapees. Yeah, we got just a tad more. I'll just replace that last block with that. Both the feathers are full. We'll go stick that feather in there. So let's... Oh, how are we going to do this? We got to hot swap it. So let's put this in our offhand, I guess. No. Stop. There we go. And... Really? Okay, there we go. That should hopefully stop them from escaping. Oh, no, they're escaping. Back, you fiends. No, get out, get away from the location. All right, Cullen comes now. Get in this corner and get smacked. Oh, it's mostly the piglets in this corner. No, get out. There we go. Okay. Well, we had a lot of piglets escape. That is not very good. But we can just chuck them in there. Right? We kind of murdered a lot. Unfortunately, I don't think we get anything for him, though. Yeah, he'll be fine-ish. He'll be easier to cull later. Is there a veal equivalent for pigs? I feel like I've just made that, which is horrendous. What a terrible sentence to say. One more piglet? Oh, did I miss out on a piglet? Okay, he'll get his comeuppance soon. He'll be shown the reasons to not disobey me in my instructions. Where's that last one that I left? I do not see any more piglets that have escaped. I think we chucked them all back in. Unless he ran off into the woods or into the ocean, and I don't think pigs can swim so great. In real life, maybe in Minecraft they probably do, but we'll let him start his own free roaming pig civilization, and maybe we'll go burn that down and take him for more food if we have a big issue with our pig farm at some point. Yes, but conveyor belt stuff, hopefully, thus done. We can move on to our next task, which was the Crusher, the Crushinator. So, for this, we will require 10 steel scaffolding, another redstone engineering block, a light engineering block that is different in some way. Oh, no, that's the, sorry, light and heavy engineering blocks. Those are two things we've already dealt with. Steel fencing, which is new. Do I have to make steel rods for that, I wonder? And the 9 hoppers to go in the top. That'll be the first machine we put down here. Before we do that, though, I really want to get some steel smelted up. We are running very, very low, and this is the crusher is going to require quite a bit of steel. You know, honestly, I've been spending a lot of time in the factory. We've got our soundproofing blocks, and it's kind of lonely in there. There's not all that much sound, so I'm gonna put the music back on so it can fade in and out occasionally. Maybe, unless it doesn't like me for turning it off. I did turn it off initially just because it was getting in the way of my thoughts, you know, as one does. What are we looking for? Ah, iron. So we have 4 stacks of iron. Let's see if we can just throw this in the arc furnace and have it work. So if we throw that in there, nope. I think I've also tossed that on the floor. Yep. Let's go see what this can make, I guess. It doesn't do iron. Apparently it does some unfamiliar items we don't know about yet. A lot of unfamiliar items we don't know about yet. We can get a crude iron ingot. Tamahagane. Shibuichi. Adamant ingots. Unknown stuff. Star metal. That will actually be really nice. Doubles it. And we can make star metal straight from the stardust, which is also good. Ceramite, octine, if we ever wanted to go back to the Betweenlands, which we definitely do not. Ironwood, night metal, those are both from the Twilight Forest. There we go. Here's the stuff we know. Steel ingots, we don't know that. Cobalt, which we have not gotten. It looks like it comes from crushing cobalt ore. Looks like that's in stage 4, so that's a little ways away from now. But we do know that this is in our Tinker's tool book, the kind of knowledge book, because cobalt is one of those things that I think is a higher level than obsidian, because it goes diamond, where iron is at, and then obsidian level, where diamond is at, and then cobalt above that, I believe. Aluminum comes next, gold, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so we can actually, hold up. We can actually make iron in here, right? Is that the only ore that we know that can't be made in here? You're kidding. Platinum, tin, copper, weird stuff. You're kidding. The only one we can't make it in here is iron. Nope, there it is. Okay, but we do need to make it into iron grit first, which involves the crusher. So it's very important that we get this set up. Especially since iron grit will turn possibly out 25% chance of turning out nickel grit. Nickel is something we have very little of. So that is something that we definitely want to get set up. Now the quartz grindstone, apparently added by Applied Energistics. What is this powered by? Does Applied Energistics have a manual here? Oh, wow. Applied has very few objects. That just adds ender dust, nether quartz dust apparently, a wooden crank, quartz glass, and a quartz grindstone, which confusingly has no quartz anywhere in the recipe. It probably did, and it's probably just been, the recipe's been changed by the mod pack. But I don't really want to go for any of that. I think we'll just have our smeltery go and turn this stuff in. Might as well put that whole stack in there. And we'll wait for that to happen. While we're doing that, I'm actually going to take a pause from all the immersive engineering stuff, put down our connectors and whatnot. Scratch that, we'll put back on our connectors because we need at least one hooked up to the back of this thing. And we grab insulated wire as well. But we can go and fix our hammer here. Unfortunately, the last time we were doing this, we exchanged out the tool hammer, the hammer tool rod, I think it is? The heavy tool rod or something like that? What is this? Tough tool rod, that's the one. We exchanged that for paper so we could get the haster enchantment on this. Now, what we didn't take into effect is that you know, all of our handles made it, they're pretty durable. 329 durability, 323, 342, all pretty good. Paper, not so much. So even though we do have haster, even though we do have that, we unfortunately only have 77 durability. We've determined that we can not disenchant things in any way, so I think what I'm going to do is just build myself a whole new hammer, maybe with some of the new ores that we've got access to. Because the last time that we made this, we didn't have access to Electrum, which we now have access to. We didn't have silver. We didn't have lead. None of them look too great. But we now have steel, which I think is actually even better than all of those other ones here. So I'm thinking that steel is where we're going to want to get going for that. That gives us the obsidian mining level, which is the same mining level as diamond tools in standard Minecraft. And you can see the Abyssal Knight here has that cobalt mining level, which is, I believe, above obsidian. It also gives it a ton of durability. And since we're making a hammer, we can put iron on the other side of it to just make sure that everything with the magnetic and all that stuff is still going on. So I think we will make a new hammer. We'll go toss this one. Very nice to have you, but we'll leave that be. And we'll start making a new one out of steel, iron. I think we can probably get rid of the wooden tool rod. The wood isn't really serving that much a purpose anymore. It used to be something that self-healed, but it's going to... it just isn't as efficient. It doesn't heal itself up as quickly as we want it to. I'd much rather use that slot for a different option. So I think we'll make this one entirely out of metal. We'll make it steel. I don't really care about the attack here. I don't need the sharp modifier, nor the stiff modifier. I don't think we can block with a hammer anyway. I'm basically just going to be using that for the mining speed, the durability, and the mining level. Mining speed is actually pretty good. If we look at what we had before, which was... Is it here? Okay. Iron. There it is. Mining speed of 6. So we actually get a single upgrade on it. We get up to 7. So that should make it just the littlest bit faster. Bronze, I think, will be a component of the tool. I think we'll definitely be making the other head, since there are 2 heads on the hammer that we have to make, out of iron, so we get that magnetic bonus. Probably make the... whatever the centerpiece on a hammer is. Here it is, the hammer head, I guess it is, out of bronze. And then the tool rod we can take and make it out of... Electrum doesn't have very good modifiers there for our purposes. We could make it out of copper again, which will give us XP. Now, the reason that we had that before was because we put mending moss. See if I can find the tool. Mending moss on here. And what mending moss does is you just get some, I believe, a 3x3 case, so 9 total mossy cobblestone. You put it in a crafting bench and you get moss from it, right-click it on the bookshelf, and it'll disenchant your levels, your XP. It'll take 10 of those away and turn it into mending moss. Every time you collect XP, it heals up your it heals up your tool a little bit. It works kind of the same as mending would if it was just a standard enchantment on a normal tool. And so I couldn't really tell how much it was doing. We were getting a bunch of XP just kind of floating back at us when we were mining, but I don't know if it's all that worthwhile. Looked like it had a high durability as well. It has an okay durability. It's got 210, which is lower than some of the other options that we could go for. I just want another modifier on here. Well, maybe I don't. Maybe I don't. So I wish I could see how many modifiers. I wish there was a sort of detail on how many modifier blocks we could have. I definitely want luck. I want haster, or maybe hastest on it. Let's go check out this and subtract 1 modifier from it. So we've got luck 3 on it. I think that's fine. We can remove writable. We'll just look at what we've got. So we've got magnetic 2. That's just 1 slot. Dense is 1, so that's 2. Well-established 3. Luck 3. I think that takes up all 3 slots in that. So that's 6, right? Mending moss is 1 more. And haster is 2. So that's a total of 9 slots on this stuff. It doesn't say in the book here whether certain materials have more. For the most part, if you choose paper, then it'll mention that it'll have more modifier slots. But unfortunately, it does not give you that, yeah, it does not describe the modifier slots. Oh, hold on a second. I do tell a lie. It looks like, sponge with that 1050 durability. Oh yeah, I mean, I assume that sponge would be very sturdy. Unfortunately, it's not very good. I really don't think we need silk touch here. So it does say a modifier slot. What does paper modifier? No, yeah, that's definitely wrong, because the paper modifier is 0.1 when it should be way more than whatever the normal modifier slot. So I think we're going to be working off the assumption that we have 10 modifier or 9 modifier slots to work with if we go for this. If we do that, we will go and try to figure out here how we can best maximize that. So I think this is probably one of the better options. I do want as much luck as we can throw on there. So that is 3 slots immediately out of the running. We'll have magnetic, whatever the steel one is, and bronze, which is dense. That makes 7. So that's just in the construction of the tool itself. So actually, we can just look at this here. So we got luck 3, so that's 3. Well established, 4. Dense, 5. Magnetic, 6. Steel, 7. Then we'll have 2 more slots to work with. I might not throw mending moss on this. In all likelihood, I will have to use steel to mend this. I will have to use steel sharpening kits. I think that is still a better option than throwing haster on there. Oh man, this is difficult. I really don't know. You know, what if we go about this a different way? What if we, instead of putting 4 materials on there, we just make the head and the plate out of iron, and then the tool rod out of bronze. We completely ditch well established for the copper and mending moss, and we throw luck 3 and hastest on there. I think that is probably our better option for that, our best option. So I think that's what we're going to stick with. Let's go check our requirements here. We do unfortunately have to wait until our arc furnace has this iron all cast out. Oh, ooh, it's not casting at all. That's the real problem. I never turned that on. That's unfortunate. We'll go steal some iron, I guess, from in here. I believe for the... Well, I suppose let's go look. For the hammer head, should be 8, right? I think that is this one? Something up here, right? Hammerhead, there it is. That material cost is 8. Plates are also 8. So that is 16 iron that we're using, at the very least. We need 8 steel, which we do not currently have. Then the tough tool rod, material cost is 3. So we'll need 3 bronze. Wondering what lead's modifiers were. It has high durability. Let's go take a look. Looks like it is poisonous and heavy. Not super well. It also has a negative durability modifier if you put it as the handle. Not sure about that one. It's also got a... Yeah, so putting this as a handle would be a very poor idea. Let's see how it compares to iron in this category, though. 204 for the head and 50 for any extras. I'm not sure what the hammerhead counts as, or the plates. So that... Let's keep looking as it cycles through here. I hope the plates count as a head. I would assume that they do. But Yeah, so plates and head, the hammerhead, both count as a head. So we could put lead in, actually. And then put iron as both a back plate, so we get the magnetic on that, and as the handle, since that has no durability modifier reduction. Or so I think. Has 0.85. Okay. I see that we're running into problems here. What did wood have? So wood, amazingly, has no modifier, no negative modifier, no modifier penalty for a handle. That doesn't seem to make any sense to me. I feel like a... Huh? Yeah, no, I am super confused about that. So maybe we want to look for material. Let's see if we can find... Yeah, bronze still has a modifier 1.1, so it's still a positive modifier to the durability. I don't think... Shoot. Shoot. I really don't know. I think we'll keep bronze on then. We'll keep bronze. That'll make that the handle. We will put iron. Let's see where it is. I think I passed it. Iron as the head and one of the other heads. The hammerhead and then one of the plates. It'll kind of reduce its durability. Actually, reduce it by a lot. If we take a look at steel, that's almost double what iron has. Very curious. So maybe we'll try to make it more out of steel. We'll use iron for only for one plate, just because that'll be. We want magnetic. I really like having magnetic on our tools, just because it means items just generally drift towards you, and unless you're working on next to that metal press here, which disgorges item faster than it can pick it up, generally that's pretty good. I don't like having to run around doing that. So we'll make one plate and one the single head out of steel. So that'll be 18 steel, 16 steel. We'll make one head out of one plate out of iron, which will be 8 iron. And then we'll stick to bronze, I guess, as the handle. And we'll put on modifiers from there. We'll start with luck, and then we'll get as high on haste. So haste, haster, and hastest. We'll get as high on that as we have remaining. And that'll be how we do it. Unfortunately, that means we need to go and cast this all out, which unfortunately means we are going to have to wait for all this iron that we put in there to smelt. And it's nighttime again. Well, we've been debating all this. I do admit that lead did have a good sort of look for it, but now that I'm actually looking directly at it, it is only a little bit better than bronze and much worse than steel in terms of durability for both. And the handle is just terrible. Handle modifier is just awful. And in terms of comparing it to the iron, we're only using that for the magnetic anyway. And the durability, while lower, is not a terrible amount lower once we factor in the steel increases that we'll also be getting. So we'll go with all of those. Let's go grab that iron, though, that's coming out of our smeltery and turn it into steel. Now, is this working? No. Right. No, we need the grit. Ooh. Ooh, I have missed a step here. I've set this up without creating a crusher first, which means I have very much shorted myself the ability to create steel in the short term. How much steel do we have? Not enough to make... Ooh, this is very bad. We have 11 steel. We don't have actually enough to make a crusher. We can only put grit in this, I believe. Grit or the actual ores themselves for certain ores. And without the crusher, we actually have no way to make that grit. Maybe we can go for this astral sorcery grindstone. It's been a long time since I've used astral sorcery. I can't remember quite whether I set up the grindstone or not. Yes. Oh dear. Oh dearie dear. We may have made a big mistake in setting that up before the crusher. We'll go and take our very inconvenient elevator system. I was really hoping there would be some sort of elevator block. Maybe we can hitch a ride on... We can just make a really tall conveyor, vertical conveyor belt, and hitch a ride on that. Did I make a... Ooh, I did make a grindstone. So we might just be able to grind this up. Yeah, look at that. So how do I get it off? There we go. Shift click. Did I do something wrong? Is there a limited amount of charges? Uh-oh. This may be powered by starlight. Oh no, it's already done. Okay. So it does seem to have variable crafting times. Luckily, I can't spam it, though. You can see all those sparks coming off. This is actually where I make that. Unfortunately, it does mean I'm going to have to sit here for absolutely ages hammering away at this thing. Yeah, you can see it's got a very variable time between when it makes the iron into the grit. I will be very happy when we get the crusher that'll do this automatically. Well, automatically for the cost of some electricity. Luckily, though, we are about a quarter of the way through, so we've not, hopefully, got too much longer on this. He said, reassuring himself that he was not going to spend hours of his time trying to get all of this iron turned into grit, because he forgot a big old step in industrialization. So I'm just going to sit here and grind iron into grit manually by hand for a while until I'm done with this stack. And then I will pray that this stack turns into enough iron for me to make all the components of a crusher without having to make more of this stuff. Oh, I can... Okay, I've been spam right-clicking. Apparently, you can just hold it down. So that's at least a little easier. I'm going to get the shield out of the way because it's constantly interrupting me. Well, at least this isn't like the Better with Mods tool handle, which did sap away your nutrition, your food bar. This is just a little boring. It's not so bad. And occasionally you get lucky and it comes out really fast. So it could absolutely be worse here. Oh, thank God, we're almost done. Come on, be done. There we go. Don't be difficult. Why can't you all be like those ones? And one last one after this. Oh, finally, we're done. Okay, so we only got exactly as much as we put in. I was hoping we would duplicate it, but I think that that's either a luck thing or it might only work with the star metal sort of stuff. But we can at the very least toss it in here. Please. Pretty pleased with the cherry on top. Hold on a minute. Hold on just a second. Oh, we made iron grit, which will turn into iron, and then... Oh, we're a big dumb. The reason it wasn't working was because we didn't turn the power on? Why is it not working? Okay. Now I'm just confused. Energy input done through the 3 connectors at the back, supplying the redstone panel at the front with a the control panel at the front with a redstone signal. Oh, we'll turn off the machine. Okay, so we do need this to be on. In fact, we'll take off the lever for now. We don't need that complexity in our life right now. Right-clicking the panel, bucket, or vat. I assume any of these, basically. We'll open the interface. 3 slots at the top for graphite electrodes. The 12 slots on the left are the input slots for metals and ores. Each slot has a temperature bar next to it representing the progress of smelting. Oh, no. Hold up. Oh, dear. We might need these graphite electrodes. And we need hop graphite ingots. And the only way that we get hop is with the graphite dust, which I guess we could get from the industrial squeezer, but we don't have that yet. Or the crusher. And I think without those, without these electrodes, we can't make them. We can't activate. Oh, come on. You gotta be kidding me. Coke dust. No, hold up. Okay, so we do need an industrial squeezer. We need an industrial squeezer to make coke dust. And coke dust is only made in a crusher. Oh, no. Oh, no. We've got to tear this whole thing down. I can't like throw this in a grindstone? Come on, it's coal, basically. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. That was our fault. We should have made the crusher first. Tragedy. True tragedy here. You know what? Let's tear this all down. We'll take out the power and stuff first. Let's see if we can salvage this. We'll tear this down and we'll try to make the crusher with what remains of it. I know that it has a lot of the same components, and a lot of the other stuff is just stuff like hoppers. That we can all make with iron. Nothing to do with steel there. The only thing that I think will be required here, that we will need, 100% need steel for, that's not already in this, is steel fencing. I think that is the only thing that we require for the crusher that is not... Yeah, not there, that requires steel. Steel scaffolding, do we not have 10? I guess we didn't use that much. We did have spare scaffolding, I'm pretty sure, though. Yeah, lots of spare scaffolding. So all we need is 9 hoppers. We've got 1. Can we turn these wooden hoppers into iron hoppers any cheaply? Maybe this one into iron hoppers? No, nothing. Okay, so these wooden hoppers are unfortunately not useful. But we have plenty of iron. That stuff will make lots of hoppers. And I hope we'll have enough for steel fences. Presumably, yeah, there it is. We need how many fences? Each one makes 3. Each set of 5 makes 3. We need 8 steel fences. So that'll be 3 collections of the set. We have 11 steel. That is not enough. We need 15 to get all that steel fencing. Oh, man. Can we turn any of these back into... Oh, yes, we can. We can turn them back into ingots. So we can turn these blocks of steel back. Let's do it then. So let's start setting up the crusher with what we have now, and then we'll input the steel fencing later. Yeah, because it looks like the steel fencing comes just before the hoppers on top, so it's very accessible. Don't you make steel in the coke furnace? No, you make steel in the blast furnace. The coke furnace turns coal, just standard old, everyday Minecraft coal, into this coal coke stuff, and then it also gives creosote oil, which you can see in the back. I'm actually not sure. This is very full. Has creosote oil been like leaking on our floor or something? I'm not sure why this hasn't filled up. I think that might be a bug. But no, the coke brick oven doesn't do that. The blast furnace does, and we have the blast brick for it, but we need to use that for the arc furnace. We can set it up temporarily, which would be a little inconvenient. I mean, I guess we could. There's no harm in it. We can always rip it right back down again. Okay, so after tearing down our beautiful furnace, we're back to setting it up and having it run just a little longer so we can make it forcibly retire. And we'll go get the... There it is. The preheater hooked up as well. Huh? Hold up. That's not how that's supposed to go. There we go. That's how it's supposed to go. We'll go hook up the connector and the wire. And grab all this. Stick in there. With iron? Question mark? Iron? Question mark. All that can be turned into steel. Not going to miss any of that, that's for sure. Yes, we should be good. Oh, and we're getting that music. I had never realized how much I'd missed that music. We have finished with the pizzas. We also don't need either of those. So let's go to bed. We've been working our little engineer brain off, trying to figure out how to do this without having to reset up our old machines. You never want to go back in progression. You always want to go forward. You never pick up a computer that has, say, 75% the power of your old computer unless it had something better for it. But that is exactly what we've done. Let's get all that other stuff set up, though. I guess it's a good thing we're making all that steel, because boy, oh boy, is this crusher going to use up a lot of materials. Don't have the steel fence. Don't have the hoppers yet. Both are easily enough made. Let's start on the ground floor, though. Shoot, I'm going to back out. This is the front, perhaps? Right-clicking the central block of the front. Front is the wide side of the structure, which has a light engineering block at the bottom. So yeah, this is the front here. I think we'll set up the crusher... We'll just set up here. I think we can probably do that. The sizing of this is 5 by 3. And then height, we don't care. We made our room nice and big for that. So let's go see what we have to put down first. It looks like it's a light engineering block. I suppose I might as well do them all in one go. Light engineering block across the back here. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So light engineering blocks like so. Steel scaffolding, right? Scaffolding right there. And going all around like so. And then back to light engineering blocks in the front. These front two spaces. Perfect. Now, some more light engineering blocks. We need that redstone controller. Is that a light engineering block in the middle? I think it is. And that redstone controller just up front here. Oh, with a light engineering block behind it. And then we just need steel fences and a bunch of hoppers. So we'll get the 9 hoppers going. 8 hoppers, I suppose. And I guess we'll start on the fences as well. With all this steel we're about to have. Oh, I think we actually have enough. So we'll grab this slag out of there too so it doesn't slow anything down. And eat our food because we are limping everywhere. So, this makes wire right now. We don't want that. We want rod metal press. And we need 3 steel ingots to be tossed on there. Oh, and you know what? It's still too fast. Are you kidding? Can I not? Can I really not make this any slower? I find that kind of absurd. Yeah, I really need to figure out what to do about that because it's still this is the maximum delay that you can have on it. Let me just double check that with the wire cutters. 20. Yeah, 20 is the maximum delay. It's still too slow or still too fast for a conveyor belt. Oh well. Okay, can't really do anything about that. We'll let it lie here, and we'll get back on track. So steel ingots to make 9 steel fences. I'll have a single steel piece remaining. We'll go and make our hoppers as well. Let's see, is that a chest as well, I think? Ah, iron plates and chest and bronze gear. So bronze gear will smelt out. Iron plates we'll just throw in there. We need 9 times 5, so that's 45. 45. Yeah, that is really bugged. Hello, Lou. And we'll make the bronze gears. Right. The bronze gears we can just get set out. I think gears are 2 apiece. And we'll need 9. 9. So 18 total, I think. Let me see how much bronze, how many things gears cost. So gears cost here it is. 4 ingots. Okay. So we need 18 times 256. That seems high. I mean, if that's what we need, that's what we need, but 56. Somebody check my math on that for me, though. I feel like that's a little high for what we need. Starting a new mod pack. Like I said, man, you just got to stick with one. 18 plus 18. Because it's 4 ingots per each of these gear casts, apparently. 36. Oh, of course it is. Duh. I'm an absolute fool. What was the mod pack yesterday or the last time? I honestly can't remember, but I can say that it was definitely... Oh, no! No, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. This is terrible. I've made so many iron rods that I very much did not need or want. Oh, no. Can we do anything with these? Okay, we can at least melt them back into... Okay, let's cast all this out first. We'll melt those all back into... Okay. Okay. It's all good. Everything's fine. We'll melt these all back into iron ingots. We'll put the iron ingots correctly into plates, for which we needed 45. We actually still have enough here, so we'll just turn them straight back into iron. The plate cast, doubly sure, is on now. Lovely. Nope, leave that inventory screen. Judging by the fact that this is not... Yeah, no, whatever calculation that the Gearcast said it was doing, definitely not correct. It says 4 ingots. I think it's only using like 1, because we got a ton left in there. We'll put the ingot cast back on and just cast these all out back into bronze ingots. Oh, I see. This might actually be working slower because we don't have energy. Yes, we are full drained. So maybe it's not the conveyor belt's fault. Maybe if it was at full power, we'd actually be able to do this. Let's go and look into water wheels then. Specifically the immersive engineering ones. Now that requires a steel ingot. Water wheel segment, which is treated sticks and planks. And that's really that. Presumably we have to get a kinetic dynamo again. Dynamo. Which is not too terrible to make. For the moment, I think I'm going to disconnect this. So we'll try to get our power generation back. Just flowing to our press here. I am very rapidly filling up with items, though. I need to make some space. Can we turn this iron grit into... No, it's only the arc furnace that turns it into back into iron proper. So we're kind of just stuck with this iron grit. I'll throw it in this chest for now, along with all these other blocks that I don't currently need. So we can put this back down. Guess what you're going to play? Sevtech Ages. Okay, well that's good to hear. I'm not going to lie, though. You don't have a history of sticking with things, so I believe you, but you got to stick with it. You got to just stick with one. Sevtech Ages, but in the sky. Okay, well, that might do it. We'll stick our extra steel fence here, because we did have one spare. And now we just need to make all of those hoppers, which we do have. And then we can also throw our iron rods back in there, too. Where did we sort an iron rod? Where it did not belong? I think it might still be in here. Yeah, there they are. So let's throw that in there. Looks like the sun is going down. We've still got a cauldron in here. We don't need cauldron, that, this, these, and those. And we're good. So let's go and nap for the night. Yes, I do. I assume you're talking about sticking with a mod pack. It's because my game keeps crashing, corrupting. Found out why a stupid app that your brother put on your PC. There have been a few that you've definitely crashed out of, though, in terms of deciding to drop it. I will say I believe you. I do believe that you will eventually find a pack you like and stick to it, but... just try to keep one, you know? This... oh, this is not casting, that's why. At least all the iron rods look like they're going through. We have our 45 iron plates. Perfect. So we should be able to craft up all these hoppers here. Gears in the middle. Oh, this is not nearly enough bronze gears. What have I done? Not quite sure. I think I miscalculated. I thought I needed 4 when in fact I needed 9. We still would have needed less than the bronze we put in, but that's okay. We also need to get those 9 chests we're going to use for the hoppers. Which we sadly don't have any of. This will make 8 and then 9. Perfect. Alright, so we got 4 hoppers. We need to wait for all this to be... no, we don't. No, we don't. No. Not at all. Do we need to? Because we've got a gear cast, I think. We don't have a gear cast, I think. We can make a gear cast, I think. We need 5. Yeah, I suppose we might as well take this all. Need 5 for that gear cast. Nope. Like that. There we go. And then we need, you know, however many bronze I guess we'll need for the gear cast. So that'll be another mold with the... oh, plate. Right. You still on plate? Yes. This should be running at full speed. And I am still correct. It's still really buggy. Yeah, no, I just can't slow that down. Maybe I've got to put a different... the crate maybe has something to do with the internal logic, how many items can flow out of it. Maybe I've got to put a gate of them. Not really sure. I've got to figure it out. Okay, but with plates thus made, we now make gears, which we'll go and slap in there. And we'll see how much we actually end up needing. So I'll just do them one at a time. We'll see if it is... yeah, so it's not just 1. It's not 2. It's not 3. I guess it's the 4? Yeah, so as soon as we get 4, that'll actually do the conversion for the stamping. Not sure if it's more convenient, honestly. Okay. So max range, I don't pull them off with my armor. Yeah, and the Tinker's Table's having a little issue with the chest texture. We're getting our gear plates all made. That should be all of them. Perfect. And we'll kind of rearrange this as needs must. Got our 9 hoppers. Now I think that should be just about everything required for the crusher. I think that should be good. These just go across the top. Could you also speed up the belts? I thought I saw a belt speed upgrade or something. So... well... these are all the belt stuff from Immersive. The speed upgrade, I believe you saw, was from this, which is from Industrial Foregoing, which seems like a very different kind of belt system. It seems very much different, and I don't know if it'll be applicable with the Immersive Engineering ones. Let's see, what was it called? Industrial Foregoing? Yeah, because this looks like this uses plastic, which it's a process. It's a process to make. We don't really have the ability to do that right now. But I think what we have the ability to do is make our crusher. Okay, perfect. So how am I gonna get power down here? I'm thinking I'm going to line up the same room, just like this top section is. But I will have to make more relays. Yes, I will. So I'm gonna stick this across the corner. And this above here. And then we'll put one, like, right in floor level. No, maybe I'll put it just straight down there. We'll just have to... I mean, we don't really come between this block anyway, so we'll just have to make sure not to fall in there. That'll be easy enough. And now we just have to wire all this up. If we have wire? We do. We should. Yeah, there we go. This goes down there. And we're going to set up a wire system same as this one, where it's 6 blocks above the ground. But we'll do that at a later date. What we need now is to actually get this thing powered. I assume that there is the power block. Yeah, I'm going to assume that this is the power intake. So we'll probably set it up on the side. Good tip, get excavator for iron and coal. Yeah, that's sort of on our list of processes to get done. But it's got a lot there that I just don't want to go into at the moment. Particularly modularium, which we'll have not too bad a time getting, actually. But it is just something that's in the way. Excavator from immersive. This not... Oh, that is not the excavator. Excavator. If I can spell. Yeah, no, I don't think you... I don't think we have access for it. It may be disabled in this mod. But that is it. That does not seem correct. Because this is a excavator projector. Oh, displays instructions for making an excavator. Ah, interesting. Lantern, glass, and treated frame. Interesting. Honestly, I'm not too bothered by having to go out and manually mine, especially since we have no hammer. Right. We forgot that our hammer was bad. Yeah, there's no right clicking. There's no recipe that it's showing here. We did forget that our hammer was bad, so we do still have to make that. I want to get our crusher hooked up first. So let's turn these back into default for both and stick them where both ought to be. Which I think diorite, yeah, that has a stack in here, and then our cobblestone just goes straight back in here. Yeah, there. Perfect. But I think we should be done with the iron for now, right? What did we decide we were going to do about that? We were going to make a bunch of it out of steel. That might not be a great solution considering our current steel reserves, but I do want to get that done. So we'll get this all casted out, assuming it casts. Amazingly, it does. I'll turn that into, let's see, a hammerhead. There it is. Right? I vaguely remember saying we were doing steel hammerhead and a plate, an iron plate, and the bronze, I want to say? Yeah, the bronze handle. That way we don't use up too many modifier slots. So we'll put the... Oh, we'll turn that off. We'll turn that off right now. We'll do all of this manually. Hammer plate goes out there. Then the large plate. And this is going to take a lot of time. But we did do the math out right. It is taking 8. And then we'll need iron in there, which we do not have a ton of at the moment. So we should have a bit in here. The plate in. We'll get some iron, 8 specifically, smelted in there. Go to your stats and show how much time you put in this. Too much. Entirely too much. I suppose while we're waiting. Oh no, this pauses the game. Quite a bit of time. Couple days. Yeah, 4 days. So, you know, a fair bit of time. I've been streaming this for a not inconsiderable amount, you know. Been around a while. We've gotten all this set up. And, you know, it's not a race. I'm taking this slow. Sometimes a little more slowly than I would have desired, but we'll kind of take it. I will just steal lava from in here. That's totally fine for now. Just make sure we have everything castable. And the last thing we need... Right, bronze. Do we have any spare bronze just sitting in here? No. Bronze? No, this is copper. So this must be bronze, yeah. So I need 3 of that. And we'll cast that into the tough tool rod. Unless we don't already have that. We may not. Tool rod. No tough tool rod, so we'll need gold first. We'll grab gold, we'll sleep the night away. I'll get back to it. Perfect. 2, because it accidentally clicked twice. And same deal with our cobblestone here. Because we'll need that. Oh, we'll need 3 for the cobblestone, and then we'll need to cast the gold. I think all casts are 2, so it doesn't matter that we only have 2 there. And then we can do the thing. We'll do everything, and it'll all be really good. That, I think, is done. Yes. Let's throw our gold in. Grab all of this out. Perfect. Wonderful. Let this do its own thing. I go slow and also move more than 10 blocks per second. Okay, I guess you are right there. I do want to go speedy. I wanted to get all the intermittent steps finished once I know what I'm doing, but it is good to take things without feeling the need to rush, is what I'm trying to say. If you're just going and you're looking towards that horizon, you want to get to the end, you're just going to miss a lot of little things, a lot of little accomplishments, just because you've got your eyes focused on the horizon, that you should appreciate more. You know, I've got these lovely buildings. Well, not that one so much, but I've got these, or that one. That one's nice. Look at this. I got this lovely little building, our quaint little shack that we started out in. We started way over there across the river, living in a 2x2, and then a 2x3 cobblestone hut, just trying to stay awake through the night, not starve to death. We've got our decent, not perfect, but pretty good farm over the river here. We've got our gigantic structure. Let's see, what's my zoom function? There it is. Our gigantic sky structure over there. We've come a long way. And then we've got this building. I totally forgot about this one. We got the lovely workshop made of marble and slate, I believe. So those are the little things that you would never have appreciated if you were just going for the horizon. Going from big thing to big thing. You gotta take it in just a little bit. And speaking of taking things in a little bit, we finally got this. All the components for our brand new, hopefully not derpy, hammer. Steel on that side. So let's see. Mining level of obsidian. Durability over 1,000. Mining speed 2.7. Not sure about that one. If I switch these around, does it change anything? Okay, that I've actually got to go check up. Because if we're looking at just this, I'd assumed the mining speed would have been just assumed by this. Maybe influenced by their tool parts. So I guess that's what's slowing it down. Bronze has a mining speed of 6.8. That's totally fine. Iron has a mining speed of 6. Not sure what's going on there. Not in the slightest. Does bronze have a... No extra modifiers. What is up with that, then? I am not sure. I am very much not sure. Maybe the mining speed is slower because we, Huh? Maybe it's slower because it's a hammer and not a pickaxe? And it's, yeah, I guess it's mining multiple blocks, so. Okay, well, we'll take it. That's what it's going to be. I'll see how slow this mining speed is compared to my other one. Hammer uses the head and plates to calculate speed. Okay. Let's see how this compares to our other one. That's really our base comparison. Mining speed 7.2. Something has clearly gone wrong in the creation of this. No. No, that still feels totally fine. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's up with the mining speed calculation that it put on here. It seems very much wrong. What is Sevtech V2? Not sure. That one also has haster. You're totally right. That is something we are going to start adding should we have the ability. And we do have the ability. So go grab the redstone. I think it's 50 per level. But we want to do lapis first for luck. We may actually not even have enough lapis here. So let's do the luck first. Find that hammer. There it is. And the... That's luck 1. 60 out of 60. So let's take 4 out so we don't waste any. 24 out of 80. Yeah, we still need more for this. So we'll go grab more lapis. We'll have to, unfortunately, go mining for lapis because I do believe this will actually make us practically run out. Yeah, you can see we've pulled everything from that chest there. I do believe there should be a lapis vein not too terribly far from us. 92 out of 360. Oh, we won't even be able to get to luck 3 with our current reserves. Okay, well, let's go take this mining with our luck 2. Let's go see where our local lapis is. I swear there should have been 1. Right? There should be something. Do we never find a replacement for the lapis? Uh-oh. That would be not good. That would be very not good. Okay, let's go adventuring around a little bit then. And I want to put in that last luck enchantment before I go and... Oops. Before I go and put the haster on it all. I'll also need to take my dowsing rod now that we're actually looking for a vein. Which should be in here. Yes, H3. then let's go do that. Putting haste on before you leave? Yeah, like I said, I wanted to just make sure that we can get that third luck level on it before we start putting haster on it. I suppose we'll take this one. It'll be 1. That's for the vein that was down below this area, I believe. Unless... Ooh. Ooh. Wait, why am I starting so far out? Hold up. So it was... Here? Here? Or was it? We can make this work, right? Yeah, dig around. Oops, right. Instamine pickaxe. Forgot. Yeah, this will totally work out. Well, at least we're getting sand from it. And I want this to be neat and tidy, so I have to keep replacing the blocks every time I mine out. More than I'm intending to. Like so. We should also light this up. Start lighting it up when it turns to rock, so like here. Hold up. That one's not supposed to be there, right? Going... Oh, a lot of this isn't supposed to be here. Okay, we'll go back. And we'll start spiraling from here again? Oh, I've messed this up royally. So here's the center. Went too far that way, so center should be here, right? No, center is here. So we need to go here and then go turn back. That's the correct center. I really hope I hit this vein soon. Here, a cave. Oh, and there's the cave. Well, we at least found it. Oh, oh, right. I don't have my shield on. Oh my god, and there's lava behind me. Is this lapis vein? Does it even exist? Let me just pop that out real fast. Give it a look. It's down there, at least according to this. Can't possibly be that far down there. This is the central pillar. I'll just build a nice little wall here, walling me out from the cave. Don't mind too much. It doesn't light up or anything. It'll just be fine. may actually run into lava here. I don't know if the dowsing rod douses through lava. Oh, no, there it is. We are very close to lava level. You can hear it sort of bubbling there. So we'll have to be careful. I'll just use this for now, because we are worried about that lava situation. This does currently have luck 2 on it. Yes, luck 2, in addition to hastest. And I'll just throw the engineering stuff and the manuals in the backpack for now, I think. Suppose we might as well repair our trowel with the single flint that we picked up from somewhere, probably the sand that we mined. It is super sketching me out that we are seeing lava through the blocks we break temporarily. Just in the distance. I don't know how close it is. How close or far. Oh, we're also full up. Well, let's start throwing lapis in there then. I might just mine out this whole vein. It doesn't seem very sizable. Yeah, okay, that's it. Well, we got a fair bit of lapis, at the very least. We'll need to mark this one as done. I guess there were 2 lapis veins right next to each other, because our other one close to the surface just over there. We'll go and... No, I suppose we should refer to it by its proper name. And indicate that we have finished it. So we'll have just another hole on the surface, but this should at least be enough lapis to last us a fair while, depending on the number of tools we end up enchanting with fortune. Or I guess technically with luck. It just acts as the property of fortune. We'll go sleep the night away, and then we'll enchant our hammer with fortune. And then we'll put all the rest of the lapis away. Man, this takes a ton to get it to Fortune 3. 60. 7. There we go. Luck 3. And then the rest we can do with redstone. And that only takes 50 a pop. So we'll see how many we can get on there before it starts to give us that no more modifiers message. Yeah, there we go. So we got Haster and Luck 3 on there. That's nice. That's not too bad. Let's see what it says now. Mining speed 7.42. So just a little bit faster than our current this hammer here. This was 7.2 something, I think. If I can find it. Did it leave? Ah, there it is. Yeah, 7.22, and we've now got 7.42. So that's totally fine. We'll go and put in, much of this as we can, and then move to our lapis over here. Do the same with that. Ditto to the stuff in our backpack. All right, I guess we filled up a little much on it. We'll just put the spares in there. So we shouldn't be running out of lapis anytime soon. And we'll need to repair this up, unfortunately. Now, what were we in the middle of before we realized we didn't have that hammer? Crushing things? Somehow? Oh, right. Wiring up the crushinator here. So we do need another connector. We may be out of that. No, we do have just a few more here. So we'll hook this up on what I'm assuming is the input block. Oh no, this is actually the input block over here. Okay. Oops. No, we need a relay there. Maybe this will still reach. We'll go give it a good old try. We'll end up fixing that so it doesn't look nearly as messy. We'll put connectors on the walls just above where the torches are currently sitting. Which will be, I think, at 6 height. That seems actually a little tall where the torches are. 1, 2, 3. Ah, I see. There are 4 in this room. Or 5 in the other ones. So let's go readjust those as well. Yeah. And then if we need to move them up, we for certain machines and stuff like that, we can always do that later. That is a choice reserved for us. That'll make that a little bit nicer. We'll put relays above that once we get to that point. For now, we'll keep this going. Keep both of these going, in fact. And move on to windmill. No, watermill. Water wheel. That's the one. Let's go and save that so we don't forget about it. We do, I believe, have enough for these segments here. And I'm going to try to make, say, 3 water wheels. I think that should probably be enough. Here are our planks and our sticks. We can always make more in our more in our inventory. Should we need, and I think we kind of will. Yeah, more sticks than currently got. Like that. 2, 3, 4. That's 1, 2, 3 water wheels. And it said we can hook 3 of them up simultaneously to the, I think, the same kinetic dynamo. If we want to go check that in the manual, that will be for power generation. So up to 3 water wheels can be placed against each other. All of this will be connected to that dynamo. So now we have to check out the dynamo. We've already made one before. There it is. So that's just redstone, iron, and this copper coil block, which just requires the LV wire. Can we put in the insulated wire? I very much doubt it. So we may need to make more of that. Luckily, we have our lovely metal press. Suppose we'll get this all set up beforehand. We could have done that from in here, couldn't we? And then... No, hold up. We're missing each intermediate step here. Right. Iron surrounded by wire. Yeah, so that doesn't work as expected. So we'll need to make more coil wires. Should have some copper in there. Yeah, some copper. I think it makes 2 per. And we need 8, so... Yeah, that much should be enough. Make sure to change out the cast for the press. Yes, thank you very much for reminding me. Don't want to have that fiasco happen again. I do wish there was a display of some sort, rather than just having to like crouch right next to it for whether the actual thing was working or not. And yeah, this is working at full power, so this is just disgorging way faster than we need it to. We just got to figure out something about that, or maybe speed this up. With this wire created and the sticks that we'll use as temporary addition to it, make more of those uninsulated wires. Perfect. That there. Kinetic dynamo. Bam. Perfect. So this will go get set up we got to figure out where we're going to put it. We could route everything eventually up to the top of our building. So we could hook up our water wheel, our windmill, stuff like that. I don't know whether there's power degradation, signal degradation as you go further and further out. There could be, there could not be. But I think I want to have everything kind of come in through the roof. I think that'll just be a little easier for us at the moment. Oh, that's not looking for. There we go. I think it'd just be a little easier to have everything go in one kind of location than have to kind of bring in different batteries, make them part of their own systems, or connect them up all together. I'd rather just have one capacitor for now. And if we end up expanding, I'd rather have multiple capacitors just sitting next to each other than having to connect a whole bunch of disparate ones. Hold on a minute. Oh, steel ingot. Okay, so we still do need steel to go and finish this. And we can stick our excess redstone in. Nope. There we go. Steel's not doing too great. I mean, it's still going. This is somewhat still going. Amazingly, even with the preheater, this system is a considerable bit slower than our steel production, I'm pretty sure. Somehow. Not exactly sure how, but it definitely is. But we'll go and put these and turn them into water wheels. There we go. Oh, and conveniently we got an achievement for that. Lovely. I'll put the extra treated sticks in here. I think I'm going to go treat some more wood, because we are starting to fill up in here, and the tank in the back is starting to fill up with the creosote oil. So I want to make sure that that does not happen to the best of my ability. And plus, we're using this treated wood pretty regularly. We are using the sticks just as normal sticks, but considering, you know, we have an excess of this stuff anyway, might as well. So we'll go do that. Yep. And we'll call that good. And that should clear a little bit of creosote oil from the tank so that the rest can filter back in. We're going to take out as much as we possibly can before putting this jerry can back. Now you should be... Yeah, that's totally empty now. Perfect. Voodoo Age 3 and its boring achievement names. Yeah, it's getting very... oops. Rote. Like, all these fun ones. Dude, where's my biome? Horsepower. Wheels on the bus. That's all fun. Age 3. Nether brick. Vacuum tube. Windmill. Like, it has an exclamation point, but you can definitely tell that that's like an executive exclamation point where it's just there for employee morale so you can make more production. All very boring, and clearly whoever was naming them ran out of passion by age 3. Age 2 has a couple good ones. Like there's some like this that's just smelter tank. But then there's, you know, stuff like iron sights, get lost at weight, into the depths, stuff like that. Training with coal, all very fun. But somebody clearly ran out of enthusiasm for naming all of that. But now that we have this, ooh, we actually need a pump of some type, right? I think we need the screw pump, which is a bit of a commitment here. So this is, I believe, the only way to move water up a direction. And we do need this particular type of water wheel that needs to have water come in from the top. So the same you'd sort of see in a traditional water wheel, where the water or stream would come over the top, it would fall down over the water wheels, and then it would cascade on, and it just spin it via the force of gravity. Rather than with the Better with Mods one, where it just kind of flows underneath it and pushes it along, kind of like the stream pushing it. Doesn't quite work. So yeah, for optimal results, you want to direct the water in a semicircle from the top, down one side, and up, and along the bottom. So I'm assuming it's talking about down on the top, down one side, and I guess out the other side. That's sometimes how it works. Maybe we can actually cut that one out, though. Let's get some building blocks. We'll get some cobblestone here. Let's make ourselves our own little water wheel, now that we have access to infinite water sources. So let's pull out some of this stuff, probably 2. Let's get a look at how big these water wheels are first. So just, I don't know, place it on a tree or something. If we could ever run there. Okay, so it looks like it's 1, 2, 3, 4 to the center. So it is a pretty sizable. I'm pretty sure that's exactly equal with the windmill. We'll go set it along here. So let's get our cobblestone scaffolding. These are all mistake blocks, by the way. We need it. Let's see. Oh no, we'll actually build it a little inland. We'll let it flow towards the ocean. So we'll build it like here instead. And I guess the water will have to pass back under this when it's done. So we'll have to do that to start with. Assuming I'm intuiting this correctly, I'll start by placing the water wheels here. Yep. This will be our pool. Same thing on the other side, and then right in the middle. Or not. I guess we ought to do it different. Oh, right, because there are blocks above it. Right in the middle, I said. In the middle, I said. In the middle, I said. Nope. No. Okay. We just need to place this in a different order then. What is going wrong for this one? Hold up. I suppose we can clear away the siding. Maybe that's somehow bugging it out. Okay. No. Something else is wrong. The 3 water wheels can be placed against each other. This is being proved demonstrably false. Oh. Well, sort of. Alright, well, whatever. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth. We need to rotate the angle of input. I cannot see where it is taking in. I'm going to assume that that is correct. I'll have to kind of look at it from this weird angle. Yeah, that looks like the hole is on this side, so that should be correct. We'll go and set our connector on top. And then we've got to connect it up to this building via a relay. So let's go... Wait, why am I going down here? Let's go make ourselves a relay. Because I think we're all out. Let's check the chest first before I confirm that. Yeah, we are good and proper out. So relays, for the low voltage at least, terracotta to copper. And that'll make us 8 relays. And that'll actually be pretty convenient. We'll be able to wire up the bottom room a little bit more efficiently there. Terracotta. Oh no, right, we actually... Nope, this is the wrong one. Actually stored that in there. And the copper we should also have some laying around. There we go. We got those low voltage relays. Non-insulated, but we don't need them insulated at the moment. So I will just have this go straight across. Actually tear down the dirt level here. No, I won't. There's exposed stone beneath it. I'd kind of like to have this up on like a light post or something. But that's a little bit more work than I really want it to be. I'll go throw it. Just climb up there with the climbing gloves. How are we going to do this? This may be a little jank. Can we connect those two? No, we can't. Okay. So they automatically don't connect if they don't have a line of sight. Let's build a tower next to this. What? Whoa. Okay, those unrendered for a second. That was very strange. I think it might have been because yeah, you can look, if you look at the edge here. It's a little glitchy. That's okay, though. Is that actually perfectly level? I think it's just about. So let's go stick a... relay up here. Hopefully one that will connect to this one we're placing on top. A little bit of a waste, but, you know, it's nice to have it. Cannot attach a wire to the same point. I'm sorry? Oh, okay. I guess it canceled for some reason. Now, I will try just attaching this wire straight across. The torch block is in the way. Okay, that's fine. I don't mind taking that out. Evidently, though, that doesn't need quite the line of sight that I thought it did. So I'm actually going to take this one off and try to put it on here. No, that one's a little bugged. So we'll need at least one of those two sets on. Perhaps both. There's that. Perfect. Oh, come on, let me grab the block. Let me grab it. Honestly, wow, I can't even do that? You're kidding. You're kidding. But I can somehow do this. No, I can't do that either. All right, we gotta turn this around. We gotta move this. We are going to have to use the side-along block here. Or actually, just move it to the other side. That'll do it. That looks to be about the same height. So now, with our lovely relay, we can connect both down here to up there. Perfect. And then we can cut this relay on the side. We don't need that anymore for any reason. Replace our torch on this level. And theoretically, we should be able to just connect this straight across. Unless it's too distant. Nope. Perfectly good. And I guess we are at the same height of this building, not of the roof, though. And then we just connect this to this relay, I think, and we should be good. And now we just have to set up our waterfall system instead. So we're going to be abusing the fact that we can make infinite water blocks with our new bucket here. I think, well, let's go dig it out, or fill it in first. I think it wants us to do it like so. And cut that out. We'll leave a little bit of an extra gap here. Just have a nice little stream flowing directly into the ocean. So if I set something up here, do I want to sleep? Yes, I've broken a bunch of torches, I think. Let's go take a nap before any nasties start spawning. Alrighty, but if I place a nice little waterfall circuit, we'll just make it not quite level with all this. Put it just like so. And that is the topmost block of it. And here. Up. And along like that. If we make it flow like that, should drop off here, fall down the waterfall, which will, or down the water wheel, which will spin it out that way, then roll underneath the water wheel towards the ocean. Is how I'm thinking this is going to work. May very well not. I've also noticed that it only has 2 of the 3 water wheels covered with this. Electricity isn't. That'll be fine. That'll route the water, right? Oh, or I can just do that. Cool. Works. Works for me. So if I put this down theoretically, yeah, started spinning. It doesn't look like it's draining the water anyway. I wouldn't expect it to. You're kidding. That's still flowing? This is not considered the ocean? Oh, wow. So that'll be one of them. 2 of them. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Problems. Alright, let's just mine this whole thing down. This will be a very enclosed building. Stop. Okay, we're good. I wanted to have an open concept design, but evidently the water physics were not going to allow me to do that. A very enclosed design for this. Which will unfortunately, well, maybe, require more cobblestone. I think we might just be able to get away with it if we leave it sort of open concept like this. Oh yeah. Sort of open concept. Ish. PC just decided to die? That's rough. As in power, or... let's toss that in there. Oh no, we already have enough in there. We'll get all of these random bits and bobs that we've been picking up. Like how the wires were complaining about obstructions. It's fine if you place the block after. Yeah, you know, you can, you can't put down power lines before you put in the floor. Or after you put in the floor. But you can't put in the floor after you put in the power lines. So basically, what I'm saying is I'm basically just casting out concrete. That is all cobblestone is. It is really rough concrete texture. And we'll throw that worm in the trap. Yes, 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 and bam. So now, hopefully, if we hook up all 3 of these, we shouldn't have any issues with... I think that's a mining sound. We're not underground yet. We're about to go underground. Did we actually leave room up here to just head it straight down on the other side? We totally did. I don't know why we didn't just put it back there. This is a silly thing to do. Let's grab that. Well, I guess we'll grab it from here, from this side. I doubt we'll be going over here. And the other one is made of glass, so it's quite a bit uglier if we chose to do it that way. So we'll drop the relay right down up there in the ceiling. It'll cast down to the bottom. And we can hook up this room. We can wire everything up here. And this will be future-proofing for when we eventually need to... Ow, ooh, ow, what? I'm being crushed. Oh, what? Okay. Note to self, don't fall in the crusher. Better note to self, probably don't put the crushers next to the ladder then. But I've made my bed, and now I must lie in it. It's a good thing I started making insulated wire, too, because this wire is going directly across where the ladder's coming from. Didn't make that last water block. Oh, you're totally right. Let me go and scooch my way up to go do that. Oops, I don't have a water block. So this, all the way out here, not considered ocean. That neither. Huh. Color me intrigued. And luckily this is all good. Okay, totally fine. Suppose we'll take the block in between these two blocks just to make them... Or no, there are 2 blocks between them. Oh well, can't do anything about that. Just to make them look kind of equal. This is a little buggy. We'll accept it. We're getting down on melon pie. Getting a little low. A little too low. Ooh, and our vegetable is very much suffering. How are our pigs doing? There's one in with the... How did you get here? How? What? Why are all my animals suddenly escape artists? What is going on here? Did I pick them all up from David Blaine's farm or something? That's a magician, right? Is that an actor? No clue. Probably both. How many pork chops do I have? Over a stack. So I guess we're going to start on our path to making pizza. Cobblestone monstrosity around the water wheel. I hate it. No, it's not a monstrosity. It's misunderstood. It's actually a beautiful, a beautiful water mill, waiting to realize its potential. Look, once you take off the glasses and put down the frizzy hair, circa every 2000s era glow up, it will be lovely. She's the prettiest princess at the prom. Look at that. That's modern art right there. That's what that is. So I will, at the very least, make it symmetrical, because it's bugging me about that too. Or that is bugging me about it too. We'll make that nice and symmetrical. Look at that. A beautiful watermill. Alright, watermill thus done. Check our capacitor. Yeah, look at that. We've got full capacity. Everything, well, in theory, would be running. Most things, at least, are running. Can we turn this iron grit into... Apparently turn it into Invar, whatever that is. Yeah, no clue. We need iron proper, though, to go and make this right. I think we may have actually run out of iron proper as well. Iron cluster, iron ingots. Yeah, so we're quite a ways down on the iron. We're actually going to have to go melt down some more. We'll throw the new stack in there to go and smelt into steel as well. And we'll turn this all into ingots. Ooh, hold up, hold up. Cast. There we go. Now you can do that. Now, how do we turn this into bacon? Actually, we should think about this a different way. What do we need for this? We do need bacon. That is a cooked pork chop, so we'll go and throw this in the furnace array. Yeah, sure, 3. Can't be bothered to do too much more than that. So we need cooked pork chop. We need this knife, which we'll need the knife blade from Actually Additions. Flint into iron. Doable, very doable. We'll grab the flint at home. And, oops, knife handle, which is a stick and a piece of leather. Ooh, do we have a piece of leather? We do not. We have wet tanned hide, though. So we can go dry that, at least. Not sure, actually, why I didn't. Maybe I needed it for something previously, but certainly don't now. And we'll go sleep the night away while we wait. At least that got you to fix the gaps in the side. Hey, I think it's modern art. I think it is very pretty. We can probably throw this relay and all that wire and stuff back in the chest. We probably won't need that at home. Our iron is slowly smelting out. So is our steel. And let's throw this worm into bait. Oh, our bait pot is gone. Well, let's go fix that. Bait pot was clay, I want to say. This will slow our usage of worms. Ah, brick. Okay, luckily we have lots of that. And then a net over the top of it, which I believe is plant twine. Like that? No. What is the net? Ah, string. Okay. Kind of sad you can't turn plant twine into any type of string. Should just be 3 of that as well. Perfect. Perfection. And now the string goes down there. Bam, bam, bait pot. Done. I hear a skeleton somewhere. Probably in our cave that we haven't been down in a bit. I thought we lit this all up, though. No. It sounds like it's coming from above us. Is there a skeleton in our... in here, maybe? No. In our house? Also no. What the heck? Where is the skeleton? I have no clue. How very strange. How very strange indeed. Anyway, we'll throw the bait pot in there. That'll slow down the usage of our worms here. I suppose we can all pull these out of the pot. That way it'll at least help us keep track of everything. We'll throw them all where they ought to go. I think this goes... oh no, these both go in their various chests. This goes in there. This goes in there. Perfect. Now, we'll be using this fish because we do have to make ground meat for these meatballs, right? Yeah, and that is just millstone or whatever have you, the industrial mill when we get it. Ground up pork chop, beef, chicken, fish, mutton, other type of fish, salmon specifically, mystery meat, or rabbit. And the only ones that we get casually are both types of fish, so we'll just do that. We'll pull out, I think the raw fish technically has a little bit more, and we'll throw this in the mill. so that we can get everything. Yep, still good. Oh man, there's a proper creature invasion. Is there like a hole up here? Oh, there's totally a hole up here. Wait a minute, hold up. No, that is my floor. Turn on our climbing gloves. Is there like a small hole? It sounds like it's between like where my house is and... Oh. What the... You know, this is just our house. I guess there was a tiny hole up here. I'll light it up. Because apparently a skeleton managed to spawn in that 1x1 little area. Where'd he go? Ooh, I've got my shield not on. There we go. How strange and somewhat unfortunate. Anyway, the leather should be done now for our knife handle. Yeah, all of it is. So we'll go and make that with, I believe it was a stick. Just a leather-wrapped stick for a knife handle, which sort of makes sense. And then we'll slap it together and make a knife. Don't carry one of these in the UK. You'll get arrested. I wish I was lying. You straight up have to have like a proper job reason to carry a knife in the UK, which kind of doesn't make sense to me. I guess there's not as much wilderness there. But with that, I should be able to take those pork chops once they are done cooking. Oh, do they burn? I hope they don't burn in the furnace. Nope, we're good. Conveniently, they lock off. Man, I wish proper stoves had that capability. And they'll turn into... Oh, they'll turn into 3 stacks of bacon. So that's pretty nice. Does this rot in any way? I don't think it does. I feel like it wouldn't. But I also absolutely could see it doing that. I'll put it in here for now. At least we won't have to worry about that for a while. And we have our bacon for our pizza. Now, we need dough. We need 3 dough per pizza, actually. We have some dough, I believe, sitting around somewhere. Is it in here? No, nowhere at all. We've at least got the chili peppers and the tomato capacity for our pizza here. Ooh, cheese. Egg and milk. Easily-ish enough done. We've got... Do we have buckets of milk just sitting around somewhere? Can we milk buffalo? I suppose we'll see. Is there a milking machine? Milker. Wheat, circuit boards, bucket. Requires cage. Steve carts 2. Maybe I should look into the Steve's carts 2 a little bit more, because it does seem like it has quite a few things. That I might be able to take advantage of. If there's an automatic milker, then presumably there's some other automatic ways to deal with... Whoa, what the... Oh, I see. Knife. Right, I already made the bacon, so we're good there. But there should be plenty of eggs to go around. Ah, here's the milk. I can't actually remember where we picked that up. And I'll do this in here instead. This may be a slightly arduous process. I guess I have a lot more buckets than I thought I did, though. We've got 11 cheese, we've got 11 buckets. Let's see if we can milk those buffalo. Yes, it looks like we can. Yep, and those just make normal milk, so we don't need to change anything out there. From the Twilight Forest Minotaur fight. Oh, okay, interesting. Well, I will not look a gift Minotaur in the mouth. but I can feel the tedium setting in of this process. This is starting to feel quite a bit like making leather all those days ago. Having to stand manually at the edge of the river, stirring everything around. Waiting for everything to slowly fit into its place. Having to click it out. Oh, this is not fun. All right, I need to get an automatic something to make this process a little easier. To make cheese in bulk. You know, maybe there is a way to make that. Well, not at present. Uncrafting table. Assembler. Ooh. Nope, I do not need my book covered in egg. What does the assembler do? And where can I find it? Heavy machine, presumably? Nope. Alternator, that's not what we're looking for. Assembler, there it is. Complex machine capable of crafting items similar to how a player would. To form the structure, build it like demonstrated above and use the hammers on one of the conveyors. Not a terrible block to build. Conveyor you clicked will be the input side, indicated by the blue marker above it, arrow on the side of the machine. It allows for up to 3 recipes to be stored. Outputs of recipes can be used as inputs for the following. Ah, excellent. And then in addition to an item input, it also has a fluid input. So maybe we'll be able to drop milk straight in somehow. Maybe via a tank. Yeah, not quite sure how that one's going to work. Power from the machine is the input block through the center block. So maybe it would be worthwhile to figure that part out. Maybe we'll build an assembler at some point. But right now, I want to get the more basic machines set up first. So let's finish milking our cows. Let's sleep and then finish milking our cows bright and early in the morning. This one cow is getting real milked. Buffalo, I guess. Wait a minute. Wait. Are there fewer buffalo in here than before? No, I think they're all just clustered in that corner. In, out. Okay, if I can get into a rhythm like this, it's not so bad. So when I've got to alternate or switch around, that's when it gets a little rough. We are almost done making the cheese for our pizza. I never thought pizza would be such an investment. Usually, you know, you think of it as that thing you go get when you're not actually feeling like making dinner and you're just like, yeah, we'll just get it from the pizza place down the street. How one does. But it is a true and proper investment in this game, this mod pack. 11 more to go, 11 buckets. Wait, hold up. Did I pick up extra? 11 would give me 66. I need 9 more. I think I picked up some extra eggs somewhere. So I need 9 more, that much more. Buckets of milk. Oh, 2. There we go. Back to the rhythm. Not back to the rhythm. Rhythm sort of completed. Buckets made. Tossed. Cheese. Done. The pizza is coming along. Speaking of our pizza, where's our dough? Oh no, we don't have any dough. Right, we are milling the fish. And apparently hemp fibers from some point. What the heck is that? Why does stuff keep getting stuck in here? I really don't get it. Whoa! There was way more stuff stuck in there than I thought. What the heck? Yeah, this hopper is just busted somehow. We'll go throw all the whatever we got into their assigned chests. Oh no, my tomatoes! My tomatoes and chili peppers! Oh, that's an apple. You wouldn't want that on your pizza unless you're really weird about it. And dough. Dough. Maybe I put it up in here because it's kind of processed? No. Oh, dough. Okay, well, I guess we'll have to wait on this to grind up. All our fish is at least done. Turning into ground meat. Various amounts of ground meat. Why, is it various amounts of ground meat? Did we lose some in the process? I feel like we did. Let's check through all of these to make sure none of them is concealing a hidden payload. That one was. Uh-oh, I'm stuck. Actually, no, I have to take this out. Oh god, I forgot how loud it was. I want to make sure that that's actually, they're all pointing in the right direction. Yeah, they're all good. Nope. There, perfect. Soundproofing back, be muted, please, please, please. There we go, lovely. And that one in there. And I'll put the flour back so we can make sure we have exactly as much as we need, which should hopefully all come out there. Yeah, and this actually did grind up. So something's just up with our hopper system in there. It's something about it is just messing up. We'll toss one in there and we'll just keep all the ingredients on us. And I guess we'll throw these excess hemp fibers out over there. And while we wait for that, back to machining. What was I machining? I have no clue. Let's farm. That's something we can do when we can't figure out what we're machining. Oh, that is also something I actually wanted to do. I totally forgot about that. I wanted to go grab more carrots and wheat and stuff. Especially the wheat. We'll be using a lot of that for this pizza recipe. And we actually use it for the melon pie as well. Oh. Well, I hope I didn't leave one of those pigs high and dry. And, oh, wheat for the large cows, the buffalo. Everybody in love with each other? All right, we're good. Now, we should grab the garden scythe. For these specific purposes, it should be fine. It doesn't work with our tomatoes or our chili peppers, but those we'll just have to grab by hand. Can't do too much about that. Is it this scythe? Yeah, I think it's that scythe. And we have to doubly make sure that when we do this, it doesn't leave any empty spaces like that. Because it does have a tendency to do that. I'm not exactly sure as to the reason why. Maybe it's just part of the tool, or maybe it is bugged in some way. I have a feeling it's the latter, but, you know, who can't quite say for certain. That is all done. Time for carrots. Any carrot patches remaining? No, it actually did pretty well with the carrots. Sweet. We could do hemp as well. This I don't think it does so well with. Oh, we're actually full up. All non-pizza components, please go back to your areas. It sounds like there's a shark down in the water trying to kill me. And I also forgot to keep some hemp seeds out for where it bugged out again. All good? All good. All right. Let's go deal with this shark or piranha or whatever it is. Yep, it's piranha. Come here. Come get me. I'm in your domain. Fight me if you dare. Good fight. Oh, there's sharks too. Hello. No, thank you. Sharks, pretty good at making, decent speed. Not great at swimming up or down for some reason. They really have issues with that. Let's see, how much did our bait fish up? A decent amount. I'm very sad that we can turn a lot of products into like recipe components. But there are just some. Like, you'd think ground meat would just be any meat. You think there'd be a tag for that, right? But you can't actually turn most of the stuff you grab into ground meat. It just locks you out. Oops. Oh no, all my products. Okay. We'll go grab it. But you can't turn most of the stuff. Like, you can't turn pufferfish or clownfish. For some reason, clownfish, that's part of Minecraft default. I don't know why exactly you can't turn that into ground meat. That animal fat is also in the wrong place. Mystery meat, I don't think you can do. Actually, no, mystery is one of the ones you can do. Bear meat, though, rat meat, probably for the best. Wolf meat, buffalo meat, all of that you can't turn into ground meat for some reason. Apparently, it's too special for that. We'll need to reassemble the pizza crew here. I think that's all the components that we had previously, right? Yeah, I think that's good. All right, now we're just waiting for our mill to finally do all this. And they're definitely getting trapped somewhere. There's less in here than there should be. I really don't know what's up with these. Maybe I should replace them with proper hoppers now that I've got, decent access to iron and stuff, but it's just not working out for some reason. Yeah, no clue. I'll go deposit our books that we're not using, specifically the Tinker's book in there. While we wait, I suppose we'll go iron mining, because we are very low on iron and we're using it to make steel and stuff. Don't want to run out of that. This should be all done. Yeah, that's a single stack. But I think that is just about the last stack that we have. Is that iron down at the bottom? Yeah, there it is. So let's go back mining for iron. Do we have known iron deposits anywhere near us that we haven't mined out? I know there was one up here. Okay, that doesn't look like it's mined out. Don't have anything else listed. So let's go across the river and mine some iron. I think we already should have dug down to it. And I'll actually grab, I suppose, 2 iron out of this chest to turn into a sharpening kit. Because we are very low on at least our pickaxe. Our hammer, not quite so bad. But still. Well, maybe I'll make 3. Or 2. One for the hammer and one for the pickaxe here. We're just waiting. We're just waiting on pretty much everything, really. We've got the mill going over there. We've got our steel production. We've got our iron melting into the sharpening kits. Just a whole lot of waiting to do and nothing to really do to speed it up. We could go laterally, kind of like I'm doing with this iron that I'm going to go mine up in a second here, but I don't want to do too many of those lateral steps because usually I end up forgetting about what I had initially set out to do. We'll start stockpiling melons again as well. Could also go to the nickel iron mine. Oh, you're entirely right. I could actually get iron from there. I think I want to clear out that iron, like solely iron farm first. Especially since now with the crusher we have the ability to double our drops. We shouldn't just throw them straight into here. Why did we do that already? Okay, we're kind of dumb. We should throw all of the iron clusters into here. Scratch that, scratch that. We can't do that until our arc furnace is made. We've actually got to wait. Oh, this may not work. We'll see. We'll take a look. If this does work on our hammer, well, it's not broken, but if this does work for our hammer, that would be fantastic. One of the heads is made of iron, so it could identify it as such and repair it similarly, but it might also identify it as steel, since it's the higher metal that's inside that thing, and it might not work for it. It would be great if it could do iron, because that way we wouldn't have to, expend any steel, which is quite a bit more difficult to obtain, to go and repair tools and stuff like that. But I have a very strong feeling that it'll probably be the case. But anyway, to iron mining. With our weirding gadgets across the river, should keep the worlds loaded in, so that mill should keep running. Same with anything we do in our industrial smeltery, stuff like that, but I don't think we actually have anything in there. So let's actually check here. Oh, it works. Okay, that's great. I can keep using iron sharpening kits. I am foreseeing using iron for a long time in the future. I love magnetic as a modifier, as a perk. It's just fantastic. So I will probably use that for a long time in future, which makes the fact that if any of the heads are made out of iron, you can repair it with the sharpening tool. That just makes it fantastic. Let's go light up this area. We may not actually have torches enough to light the whole region. You can at least get some of it. How are we doing? We're doing okay. This iron vein seems pretty expansive too, so I'm hoping that it won't run out as quickly as the other one we mined. That was right outside our base. Oh, there's a cave. I do not want to have to deal with that cave. We're just going to shut ourselves in and pretend we never saw it. No, Minecraft music, I did not see a cave. You were mistaken. It's hard to see with the particles. Oh, all of the particles from the blocks breaking. I can't remember if that's a thing in Minecraft. Maybe that's just a thing from the Modpack. I've been playing this for so long, and I haven't played standard Minecraft for so long that I can't even tell what's there sometimes. Ah! Went back in. No. Not there. Nothing there. There is no cave in Bossing Say. Don't look. There's nothing there. What there is ourselves running out of inventory space. Let's go toss all this excess. Yeah, there we go. I don't know if I want to get this all in one go. Depending on how big the vein is, I will. But if it's not all that large, I think we'll just collect. If we fill up like 2 full rows of this, so down to here, then I'll call it good. We are using a lot of iron, but I don't know if we need that much iron. If you get the point. I think the 3D break particles are modded. Okay. Yeah, I do think it adds a little more presence to the world. Makes it a little bit more. Oop, I switched to the wrong side there. Makes it a little bit more material than standard Minecraft. You just kind of smack into something. That said, I have definitely seen it get in my way before. I think we actually have caves on both sides here, judging by the moaning and snarling and stuff happening in what seems to be that direction. We should be... It's starting to withdraw back in, so I think we might be reaching the end of this iron vein. Part of what makes magnetic great. You don't gotta see it if it comes to you. Yeah, it's really nice. It's one of those modifiers that I think I'm just gonna keep using. I was having actually well, I say issues. I was doing a similar thing when I was playing Hollow Knight. If you don't know Hollow Knight, their enemies there. One, if you don't know Hollow Knight, go look it up. It's great. It's fantastic. The lore is expansive and a little esoteric. So go take a look at it. It's a really good game. But 2, there's a rune equipable thing that makes the money that foes drop magnetized to you. It takes up a rune slot, which you can use for so many more interesting things related specifically to combat. But I never took it off the entire game until I was like very much the last battle. Like right at the end boss is the only time I ever switched that off, just because it felt like such a quality of life thing that I felt so bad not having to run out of my way or jump off a platform, something like that, to go collect some geo, which is the cash in the game. It just felt rough. I really thought that should be a permanent upgrade. Ooh, I think I've run out of space. Yeah. I really thought it should be a permanent upgrade, but it ended up not being. I'm sure that somebody modded it in, and I'm hoping for the sequel, which I believe is called Silk Song. I'm hoping they improve on that, on the rune system, just to make stuff like that maybe like a permanent upgrade. I don't mind the rune system in general. I think the rune system is great. I just want things like that, quality of life things, like being able to see yourself on the map, or collecting geo automatically, stuff like that. I really want that to be something you can permanently unlock for your character. I would love that. Love Hollow Knight. Did the same thing. Got to make sure I get all the geo. Yeah, no, it's just really nice to have. It's just a quality of life thing. Like I said. I swear I had a follow-up thought to that. It's just completely escaped from my head, though. It's left me behind. So instead, we're going to make some observational commentary. Look at this. We are finally at the end of this iron mine. Not quite as big as I thought it was. Well, okay, maybe it was quite as big as I thought it was. We've just gone through it all. But, at least for now, we're all done here. I'll try to light it up as best I can. I don't need it to be perfectly lit, I suppose, because this is across the river. Yeah, in fact, I'm just going to call it whatever. But we can go mark this off on our map here as completely mined out. And we're starting to get a lot of those now that we've got this hammer and I believe there's an excavation modifier. Oh, okay, I see. So with the sharpening kits, usually they bring you up to full. It looks like with the iron sharpening kit on the steel hammer, doesn't actually do that. It only brings you up, looked like about halfway, about 33% of the way. So not quite as good as I thought. I think it's still a better option than having to use steel for our repair kits, tool sharpening kits, something like that. I think it's still a better option, but it is a little annoying that it doesn't work just off the bat, and we'll leave those enemies to go and hopefully disappear while we sleep the night away. Kind of like the slot trade-off for seeing yourself on the map. I can agree that was definitely a developer like decision, and I agree that it was a good decision too. Like, I'm not dunking on it. I think for specifically ooh, wait, what have I done? What? Oh no, I see. I stuck it in my backpack. I think specifically for the compass, it's okay. I wish if you had it late game. Oh, come on. If you had it late game, I wish they would have made it an upgrade, because by the late game, there's no real mystery to the map anymore for the most part. You kind of know where everything's going, You've got the map all explored, and it does require a bit of skill, but to navigate around everything. But you sort of know where you are already. You're not going to be surprised for the most part about new areas or locations, stuff like that. Yes, as for people that haven't played, who aren't the best at games. So, response to that, play, and this is going to be very might be contentious. Play with some cheats. Play with a trainer. I will fully admit that is the way that I completed the game, and I probably wouldn't have completed it otherwise. Don't do those things where it gives you like infinite health and invisibility and lets you walk through the world. That, I would say, is a little too far. I think that robs you of the reward for actually beating bosses and completing a game like that. Oh, use the crusher. Yeah, you're totally right. All right, I didn't stick anything in there yet. Oh, secondarily, I can't use the crusher because I need the arc furnace to get that all set up. So I can't do that quite yet. I think I'll stick the excess in here for now. How lucky that we have all these open still ore chests to go and fill space in. But yeah, use cheats. You use trainers specifically. They're called trainers. They're essentially cheat engines. Same thing, but just with buttons. Use the infinite mana glitch, because that'll keep you from getting too punished when you're just walking around and you take, if you're walking around in Hollow Knight traditionally and you take a hit, you have to go and fight some enemies while you're at lower health. And especially early on in the game, when you don't have, I think you start out with the 3 hearts of health, that can lead to you dying a lot. I found that made it a little bit more tolerable for me, just being able to heal up from little hits when you're moving across the map when you get to a safe area, because it does still take time, and you could still get hit in the middle of it. So it's not completely robbing you of the experience of being challenging, but it does provide you that little bit more, just that little bit more ease of use, sort of. Recommended a guide over an actual cheat. Cheat engine requires downloading cheat tables and all that jazz, which can be daunting to new people. Yeah, that's why I was suggesting a trainer. The one that I specifically used, I think, was called WeMod, which was basically it basically looked like a launcher. It detected the games that I had installed, one of which was Hollow Knight, and it has its own. There's like a curated cheat list. I think they're all from like one, or at least there was like a voting system so that one was very visible over the rest of them. And that was just click a button on your numpad, which you could reassign to wherever you wanted if you don't have a numpad. and then it would toggle on mana or invincibility, stuff like that. Invisibility, anything like that, without really any user input. You didn't have to alter any files. It automatically detected it. It didn't lock you out from achievements or anything like that, so you can still play the game properly if you want to. Really just made the game sort of nicer. It was very accessible, super accessible. Yeah, you don't have to go for the whole cheats thing if you don't want to. You can definitely still go for a guide or still go for, doing it properly, not quote unquote robbing yourself of the experience. But my philosophy is that if it was a game that you wouldn't have played without the cheats, then you are not robbing yourself of anything by adding the cheats to it. You're only giving yourself access to a better game, or a game that you can actually play. Anyway, Hollow Knight aside, we need to figure out what we still need for the Crusher. Oops. No, we need the coke in there. We've got a fair amount of steel now. Not a ton, not an excessive amount. We've got a fair amount. Let's go open up our engineer's manual here to the... I said crusher, I mean arc furnace. What are we at? So we shouldn't have used the cauldron. There that is. And in fact, I'm going to store these pizza ingredients in here for now, just so I can clear out our inventory. We need those blocks of steel sheet metal. Mechanical component? I don't think we need that. Slabs we definitely need. Engineering block, scaffolding. What else are we missing? Redstone engineering blocks, light engineering blocks, and reinforced blast brick. Reinforced blast brick is just staying here. So we're just going to leave this up until we are 100% sure we've got everything required for the arc furnace. Which means we just need those redstone engineering blocks and the light engineering block. Blocks, plural. Light engineering blocks. There they are. Whoops. Not too terrible. They need those iron mechanical components, and we need 10 of them, so we need 10 of those. 6? No, I'm doing the math terribly wrong here. 15 copper? We need 20 iron ingots, and then we'll need the iron for this iron plate as well. We may have to dip into using some of that iron... shoot, I can't quite recall what they're called. Iron clusters, because we don't have very much iron left. We've got a little bit more than a stack. This is going to use a fair bit of it. I'm just going to pull it all out for now, and we'll put it in later. First things first, let's turn these into plates. We need 4 plates, and we need 10 of these total, so that is 40 plates. We can pretty easily make that. Oh no, we can actually do that in the engineer's workbench for a lot cheaper. That's pretty nice. So we only need 20 plates. Let's go separate that out. Throw this kind of derpily on there. Oh, no, wait, stop. I'll just stand here and absorb them. Plates. Plate mold. Wire back. Okay, now it's working. That's some. Just wait here until they all come out. So that's 2. We need 18 more. And I'll run over here so we don't get involved in that. Otherwise, copper ingots. Yeah, that's really the only thing we have to craft up. Everything else we have direct access to, which are just ingots. And I think I said we needed 20 more. 2 times 5, 4 times 5, yeah, 20. So 20 more iron ingots. Let's take the rest in there for now. We need 3 times 5, 15 copper ingots. And then all of those. Oh, and we'll need 10 more copper just to fill the last of this iron mechanical component. that'll be part of that crafting process. Yeah, that's still going. While that's going, how's our bread production coming? Our dough production coming? Fair bit. Mostly done. Tons stuck in there for some reason. That's always the backup. I'm not sure why. And our melons are also almost coming out. Now, is it pizza? For pizza, is it dough or is it flour? Oh, it is dough. Which does mean that we'll have to interact with the basin. And considering we're doing 3 full stacks of flour, I do not want to do that. We might hope that our melon pie lasts us until we can get that mixer set up. I think once the mixer, once we get to the stages of setting this up, this just requires modularium and stuff. It's only a 3x3x3 structure, so hopefully it won't take too much. I'm hoping that the mixer will make that much easier, and I think it definitely will. You know, something we have access to at the moment. Steel scaffolding, fluid pipe, redstone engineering block, light engineering block, iron sheet metal, and a steel fence. Oh, that's nice. That'll use the one remaining steel fence that we have left over from the crusher. So that'll be something we can do pretty easily. And you know, hold up, that didn't require any modularium. So I guess. So this is the mixer from. Yeah, this is the mixer from modular machinery. Wait. Hold up. Mixer from immersive engineering. Okay, for modular machinery, I assume that that's the same thing as the mixer from immersive engineering. I would very much like to see what this takes before I do that. What this creates, because this is talking about fluid concrete, creation of potions, blah blah blah. I am more interested in making this into a bread making machine, essentially. I very much like that to be a thing. So it does say vats of cookie dough. So maybe they are both the same thing. Perhaps modular machinery is just an offshoot of immersive engineering, or something thereabouts. I'll be fine with that. Is this... What was I waiting on? I was waiting on... yes, our machine over here. So we go and take the crafting components, throw that in there with those, and make those iron mechanical components. Perfect. Now these should, if I've done my math correctly, make exactly 10 light engineering blocks. Yes. Wait, I need to go back to the arc furnace. Now we just need that redstone engineering block, and we will be set to go. Which should be... Where's that? Here? Yeah, there it is. So redstone engineering block. That's the one with the alloy. We do need some more iron plates. We need 4. Do we have a spare vacuum tube? We've got 1. Perfect. So we need 4 iron plates. We can stick those back on the factory line. To go and compress that, we need this redstone alloy plate, which I do recall was 2 sets of things. Yeah, so glowstone and redstone and constantin. And constantin is just nickel and copper. I think we should have enough. I can't remember the ratios of it, unfortunately. So one of these makes, I'm going to say 3 redstone alloy. We'll do 2 constantin. I think I vaguely recall. Yeah, I think I vaguely recall that it was 1 to 1 to 1. But that the constantin made 2 when it was created. So we'll do 2, what was it? Nickel and copper? Yeah. 2 nickel and copper. We'll sleep the night away first. We good. So nickel. 2 nickel. Perfect. And copper. Copper we've got over there. So we'll be good for that. 1 Constantin, 2 redstone alloy. Okay. Yeah. Throw all this in. Wow, we're running low on copper here. 2 redstone, 2 glowstone, 1 nickel, 1 copper. I feel like it was different than that. Well, we'll make extra. If we have extra, we can always cast it out. And I suppose I should go get the glowstone and redstone prepared, because I remember those taking an absolutely long time, ton of time to go and make. So redstone and glowstone, where is that? There it is. I'll grab 2 just in case. We have excess of this stuff. I think we should be good. I don't know if there's a redstone ingot. We'll do one of these at a time, though, just in case I'm wrong. I was about to say we could cast out the redstone and glowstone if needs must, but yeah, I don't think there's redstone ingot. Oh, okay, a gem cast. Ooh, how do we make that? Aquamarine, apparently. Okay, interesting. Aquamarine or emeralds, and we don't know what emeralds are. Apparently we don't get till, still stage 5 to use that. And I'd assume that it would be the same for, yeah, the glowstone dust. So let's go slowly watch this creep up. You are the very last step in this process, my friend. Redstone alloy. 3 Constantin. Okay, so you were right. I only needed 1 Constantin. One recipe of Constantin to make it work. But at least we've got this. And I might as well cast it straight to plate. Is that what I believe that is what we need. So the redstone alloy goes on the bottom. There we go. And yeah, all that's left in there is Constantin. Start arranging things in here. I believe it was the iron plates in the corners and then this. And those last 2 pieces. For the redstone engineering block, right? Yes, perfect. We'll go and remove that from there. And we've got it casted. Or we've got it set up. I like that casting texture. Yeah, I think it's pretty neat. The for this particular one, it doesn't set up quite right, because, it's a square rather than the kind of diagonal that the normal plates are. But I think it's all right. And then we'll take that Constantin out and go and cast it into ingots for their use whenever the heck else they need to be used. Probably when we forget something like this again. We've got our redstone engineering block. Is that the last block we need? Oops, come back to me. It is. We can finally tear this down. We can get back that arc furnace. Oops, I probably should have, checked in there to make sure everything was functional and working and everything, but... Oh, right, and I punched a hole in the bottom of this. Oh, and there's space considerations to be made. There we go. Now to build this absolutely massive multi-block yet again. For the third time? Still don't remember it off the top of my head, so let's get it started. Scaffolding block. So we're going to put it, let's see. From here, do we have enough room to walk around and stuff? Yeah, we should be good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. That gives us leeway with the hole. 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5? 1, 2. It's kind of difficult with this texture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And hush you, Minecraft music about creepy underground things. It's not creepy. We know exactly what's there. Oh, we can get rid of that cauldron at least. So I think that does go right in the middle, right? Yeah, no, we're good. So everything except for the back edge, up to 3 blocks out, is made of slabs. So that'll be 3 blocks out. Oops, I think this is wrong. Yeah. What else does it need now? It needs iron. Those are blocks of iron. Blocks of steel, that's the one. And I do remember those going straight up. Oops. Straight up from their original block placement. Might want to scoot it one left. It's covering one of your stone lights. Oh, is it? I totally forgot we put those in. Yeah, you're totally right. Okay, so I guess it doesn't quite take into account the hole that we put in the floor. Yeah, you're totally right, dang. We start again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Where'd it go? There you go. Lots of slabs. Nope, not there. Like that. 1, 2, 3. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold up. Something's wrong. Did I push it one in too? I think I did. I think it's actually supposed to be like this, and then this comes out. Because I don't want it right back against the wall, because that's where the that is where the inputs and outputs go. That's the one. All right. Next, blocks. Right. Blocks. Blocks of steel. Ah! Then sheet metal, and then a heavy unit in the back. Yeah, like that. This is 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Exactly as things should be, supposedly. Next steps. Put that redstone engineering block on first, so it'll clear it out of our inventory space. I wish it would save to this. Blocks already placed. 3 blocks, 3 by 2 in the center of the blast brick. Heavy engineering on the outside, light engineering on the inside. So that'll be all the heavy engineering blocks. And light engineering blocks can take their place. And the blast brick starts getting down. Now, I think I remember this next step. I believe it came all the way out here. We'll see. Yep, I was right. Those are placed. Sheet metal, light. Perfect. Sheet... light? I can't remember. Dang. Light. Scaffolding. Blast brick. And there's scaffolding. I think that's... yeah, that's it, right? Totally. And then scaffolding, rest of the light. And we're done. We should be good? No. No, we did something wrong. What did we do wrong? 3x3 on top of the blast brick. Oh, you're right. Thank you. All right, perfect. All right, and for the second time, we welcome the arc furnace into our humble abode, our humble industrial factory here. Something got messed up here, and I don't know if I did that on purpose. I think not. Yeah, I think that should still be fine. Can put our LV connector back there. We do need some more wire to hook it up. And it should be charging up. Perfect. All right, I do believe this drained a lot, like an absolute metric ton of electricity. So we'll see in a second here if our capacitor can keep up. It's filling up now that this is filled. We've never actually successfully used this. Let's go get that iron dust. Iron grit that we made so very long ago. See if it works. Please? Oh, please? Please do it. I spent so long investing in you. Iron grit. That. On. Power. Go. Where's my lever? I think I ran it back to the house. Again, it's the middle of the night. Engineer's life. Doesn't this guy run on hop graphite rods? Oh, no! Oh, we forgot about it. We totally forgot about it. Yes, you're entirely right. He runs on hop graphite rods. And hop graphite rods need to be made in out of this hop graphite dust, right? We gotta cook that off. And the only way to get hop graphite dust is to make an industrial squeezer with coke dust in it. Oh no. Oh no. I'm also 40 minutes over stream session time. So for the second Sevtech Ages stream in a row, we have set up our arc furnace again. Again, we cannot actually use it. But I'll call it there. Before I do, let's end this on a high note, yeah? Let's hopefully a high note. Let's see if all of our time. Yep, that's all ground up. We've got 2 of it. The rest is probably trapped in here. Yep, absolutely correct. Let's go make our pizza. Let's go have our celebratory / sadness pizza. Which we can now make. Oh no, we have to make this flour into dough. We can't even make the flour into. It's just flour. It'll take so long to make it a dough, and we want to make a mixer for that because it's such an integral process. Okay, we've forgotten quite a few steps here. We can't even have our sadness pizza yet because we don't have the dough. We don't have the mixer set up. We do, at the very least, have some melon pie left, so we're not starving to death yet. Tragedy strikes. Oh, it's so sad. It's so sad. I will keep that coke furnace at least very well stocked because we still need the coke dust, which I believe we get out of the crusher to make steel. For some reason, that's a part of the process. I assumed coke dust was just something that cooked faster or cooked hotter. I guess it's a part of the process of making steel standard. We do have to turn it into coke dust. But we at least got a few things done today. We got our pigs bred and then subsequently murdered. Same with the cows. And we also killed some escapees that escaped from their very humane living conditions. The factory suggests that they have probably 1 block a piece for each of them. They're very humane conditions. Yes. We also get our water wheel situated here, which is producing some more electricity less than our windmill. We are actually still missing a fan on the windmill, aren't we? Yeah, we're missing one of the sails right there. So maybe we'll fix that next time. We got a whole buttload of iron, which we're saving for the crusher and the arc furnace once they become activated, once they actually work. We've got most of our pizza ingredients. We just have to convert all of this flour, all of it, into dough, which I don't want to do manually in the basin. I want to wait until I have the mixer for. So we'll have to survive off of what melon pie we can save until then. And we got our crusher made. We tore apart our original arc furnace and repurposed the parts into the crusher. We wired up this whole factory area. We got a fair bit done. So it's not a total waste. We also got the metal press sort of set up properly with this kind of messing up and this not going fast enough, and it's a whole ordeal. But that'll be it for the stream. I'm going to call it there. Next time, hopefully, we'll get that arc furnace functioning. We'll get the industrial, what was it? Industrial crusher? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Hold up. Hop dust. Industrial squeezer, that's the one. Which doesn't have a build recipe, which I assume means that it's in here somewhere. Yeah, the squeezer here. So we got to get that built. That doesn't look too terrible. Steel scaffolding, fluid pipes, redstone engineering blocks, light engineering blocks, wooden barrels. That's a new one. Pistons, fences. Yeah, that's not too bad at all. Is there a fluid required for that? Probably. I'd assume that would be one of the inputs. But we'll hopefully go and get that all settled up. We'll build the squeezer. We'll finally get the hop dust, cook it up, make the hop graphite ingots, turn those into rods here, stick them in the top, have this thing be powered. It'll be amazing. We'll double our ore capacity every time that we use it. It'll be fantastic the whole time. The whole ordeal will be totally and completely worth it. Then we'll build an industrial mixer. We'll slap it down here somewhere. We'll make up all that flour and turn it into dough. And we'll finally have a celebratory pizza after so much work for it. We've sat on this pizza for, a good 5 streams now. It's been in the process. It's been making, but there's just a lot of steps to get to it, and we are almost there. But that'll be next time. I'll be coming back on Friday, 3 PST. That'll be when I play more of this. So feel free to come back then if you enjoyed this at all. If you want to see the conclusion to our heartbreaking failure here. If you're not just interested in Sevtech Ages stuff, I will be coming back tomorrow. I'll be playing some Sunless Sea. We just got a ship. We finally got a ship upgrade, our first ever ship upgrade. So we'll go and see what we can do with our brand new ship there. Maybe make some cash, maybe upgrade some bits, maybe go to the surface. But I'll be playing Sunless Sea tomorrow, same time, 3 PST. And so if you're not just interested in the Sevtech Ages stuff, feel free to show up. I hope to see you guys at one of those 2 times. And if not, then I hope you build your own fantastic machines, get delicious pizza, and consume it all without nearly as much of a hassle as I had here. As for me, though, I'm going to call that the stream, and I'm going to sign off. Cheers, everybody.